Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to a new course, Active Directory Pentesting for beginners. Here we are learning the basic things related to Active Directory, how we can able to attack it, from where we can able to start the attacks, right? See, Active Directory is intermediate level topic. To learn Active Directory Pentesting, you need ethical hacking knowledge, okay? If you don't know ethical hacking, then you can't learn this Active Directory. But we designed this course in such a way that even if you don't know ethical hacking, still you can able to watch it and you can able to perform these attacks, right? Soon we're gonna add some more topics related to this one. We miss a lot of topics here because I don't want to make this course like 10 hours or something like that, okay? Because people won't learn it, okay? Because this is an intermediate level topic and you will get a lot of confusions. So that's why this is like 2 hours, like 230 minutes or something like that, right? Soon we're gonna create one more course related to Active Directory. There we're gonna continue some attacks, right? So hope you guys get it. And the main and important thing is just try to watch this training in 1.5x or 1.7x. Due to my slang, sometimes I might be slow, fast. So the good speed is just try to increase the speed and watch the training, right? Just complete it. It's a very easy training and focus on lab setup. We covered how we can able to create GPO policies to bypass to disable firewalls and this kind of defenders. You will learn each and everything here, which is like basic things, not each and every attack, the basic steps, okay? So just try to watch it. It's a very short training by comparing to our other trainings, right? Related to pen testing or ethical hacking. This is a very short training by comparing to those. Mostly we create ethical hacking or pen testing courses like around 10 hours, 9 hours or something like that. But this is very short. I'm saying that after maybe some after some months, maybe something like that, we're gonna create a new version of this course where we're gonna continue some attacks which we didn't cover in this course, okay? We set up the lab, but still we didn't cover the attacks. So we're gonna cover those as well in, maybe you can say it as it's a version 2 or something like that, okay? Soon we're gonna create that version 2 as well. This is just a version 1, right? Hope you guys enjoy this training. Thank you. Have a nice day. In this class, we are learning about what is Active Directory and understanding Active Directory with a real world examples. Now see, it's a very easy. Active Directory is a system used by organizations to manage their computers, users and access permissions, okay, from one central place. Instead of handling every computer and every employee separately, Active Directory allows everything to be controlled in a structured and organized way. It's act like a digital backbone of a company internal network where identities, access, and security rules are stored and enforced automatically. See here, at its core, Active Directory answers 3 basic questions for a company network. First of all, the first thing is, who are you? Which computer are you using? And what are you allowed to access? Every time a user logs into a system, opens a file or access an application, Active Directory plays a role in deciding whether that action is allowed or denied. Basically, it's a server, okay? Once we set up this Active Directory, at that time you will get it, okay? What is the systems? What is this user? What is this access permissions? This all stuffs, okay? But learning this theory is very important. Okay, understanding Active Directory with a real world example. See, imagine a company office building. Every employee has an identity card. This identity card decides which doors the employee can open, which floors they can access, and which rooms they are allowed to enter. A normal employee may only enter their department, okay, where a manager may access multiple departments and the IT team may have access to all technical rooms. Okay, Active Directory works in the same way, but in a digital environment. The username and the password act as an identity card. The computers, servers, shared folders, and application are like the rooms inside the building. Okay, Active Directory verifies the identity of the user and decide which digital doors can be opened. Now let's see why Active Directory was created. Before Active Directory, companies had to manage users separately on every computer. If a company had 20 computers, the IT team had to create 20 user accounts for a simple employee, for the same employee. If the employee left the company, all those accounts had to be deleted manually. Password changes, access permission, and security rules had to be handled individually on each system. As company grew, this approach became inefficient, insecure, and error-prone. Active Directory was created to solve this problem by centralizing identity and access management. Instead of managing everything separately, companies could manage users and computer from a single trusted system. It will create one AD server there. From there, we can able to do this all stuffs. Okay, instead of going one by one. Okay, instead of deleting the user one by one, simple. We can able to do delete and this change process each and everything from the server. Okay, from AD server, right? Okay. Now let's learn how AD works in daily office life. AD means Active Directory in a simple words. When an employee joins a company, the IT team create a single user account in Active Directory. This account is then used across all company systems. The employee can log in to their computers, access shared files, use internal applications, and connect to company resource using the same credentials. When the employee changes department, their access can be updated centrally without touching their computer. When the employee leaves the company, disabling the account in Active Directory immediately blocks access to all company systems. This makes Active Directory extremely powerful and efficient. See here how excellent it is, right? Instead of doing manually, we can within one click we can able to do this all process. Okay, simple. Where we need to do the changes in Active Directory. That's it. It's a server basically. Okay, where we need to do this kind of stuffs. We're gonna learn how to set up this server, how we can able to set up this AD, this all stuffs. Okay, all right. Let's learn the role of the domain controller. See, the domain controller is the heart of Active Directory. It is a server that stores all information about users, computers, and security rules. I just told you, right? It's a server basically. In that server, you will set up Active Directory. Okay. Whenever someone log in, the domain controller check the credentials and decides whether access should be granted. In real life, the domain controller is like the security desk at the entrance of the corporate building. Every person must verify their identity. Therefore, before entering. Without a domain controller, Active Directory cannot function. This is a most common question. Why even small companies use Active Directories? See, many people think Active Directory is only for large enterprises, but even small companies benefits from it. Small businesses often start with a few computers, but they grow quickly. Managing users manually becomes difficult as the team expands. Active Directory allows small companies to maintain professionalism, security, and control from the beginning. It's reduce mistakes, improve productivity, and ensure that company data is protected even when employees change frequently. Now let's learn why Active Directory is important for security. See, Active Directory enforces password policies, login restrictions, and access control automatically. It prevents users from accessing systems they are not authorized to use. From a security perspective, Active Directory become a high-level target for attackers because compromising it can give control over the entire organization. Okay, this is why Active Directory security and penetration testing are critical. If an attacker gain control over Active Directory, they can impersonate users, escalate privileges, and access sensitive company data. And why it's important for pentesting. Okay, so in real world attacks, most internal breaches aim to compromise Active Directory. Once attacker gain a foothold in the network, their primary objective is usually to gain higher privilege inside Active Directory. Okay, understanding Active Directory is essential for penetration tester because it's represent the central authority of the trust in Windows-based environment. Learning how it's work help tester understand how attacker think, how attacks spread internally, and how full domain compromise happens. Now let's focus on Active Directory core services. See, Active Directory is not a single feature. It is a collection of services that works together to manage identity, access, trust, and security in an organization. Each service has a specific role, To understand Active Directory penetration testing, it is important to understand what the services do in real life and why attackers target them. First of all, let's see Active Directory Domain Service, which is ADDS. Active Directory Domain Service is a core and most important part of Active Directory. It is responsible for storing information about users, computers, groups, and permissions. When someone logs into a company computer, ADDS check the username and the password and decide whether the login is allowed. Okay, in real world example, ADDS is like the main employee database of a company. It's contain employee name, role, departments, and as levels. Okay, every door, system, and application relies on this database to decide who can enter. Okay, from attacker perspective, ADDS is the most valuable target. If an attacker gain control over ADDS, they can create new user, reset password, impersonate administrators, and gain access to every system in the organization. This is why full domain compromise is considered a complete takeover of the company internal network. Okay, once they compromise this, that means they compromise the entire company there. That's it. Okay, once we do the practical steps, we're gonna do these attacks. Okay, it's a very interesting topic, let me tell you. Here we're gonna learn lightweight directory services as well. Now let's learn lightweight directory services, which is ADLDS. See, Active Directory Lightweight Directory Services is a simplified directory service that does not require a full domain. It is mainly used by applications that need a directory to store users or configuration data without joining the main company domain. Okay, in real life, ADLDS is like a separate guest registry kept by a specific department. It is not the main employee database, but still contains important information used by certain systems. Attacker target ADLDS because it often runs with weaker security. Developer may store credentials, service accounts, or sensitive configuration data inside it. If compromised, attacker can extract password or gain access to applications connected to it, which can later help them move toward the main domain. So we take advantage of this one as well, right? Mostly, sometimes you won't see that much juicy information here. Okay, this is also one thing, right? Now let's learn about ADCS, which is Active Directory Certificate Services. See, Active Directory Certificate Services is used to issue digital certificates. These certificates prove identity and allow secure communication between systems, users, and services. Certificates are used for secure logins, encrypted communication, and device authentication. In real life, ADCS act like a government passport office. Okay, it issues trusted identity documents. Anyone who hold a valid certificate, it's trusted automatically. Okay, from an attacker perspective, ADCS is extremely dangerous when misconfigured. If an attacker can abuse certificate templates or enrollment permissions, they can request certificate that allow them to impersonate administrators. In red teaming, we covered this all steps. Okay, this means they can log in as a domain admin without knowing the password. Even if you don't have the password, still by using those certificates, you can able to log in there. Okay, many real world attacks achieve full domain compromise by abusing what? ADCS misconfiguration. Mostly, okay, see here, without password you can able to enter in it. This is a very critical, right? Here we need to focus on now FS. Let's learn about ADFS. What is ADFS? Federation services. Okay, see, in Active Directory federation services allow user to log in once and access multiple applications, including cloud services, without entering their password again. This is commonly used for single sign-on with services like Office 365, Azure, or third-party application. In real life, ADFS is like trusted receptionist who tells other building that you are already verified. Okay, once you prove your identity, all connected system accept you without additional checks. Attacker target ADFS because compromising it allow access to cloud services and external applications. If an attacker control ADFS, they can generate authentication tokens and log in as any user. This can lead to cloud account takeover, email access, data theft, and persistence even after passwords are changed. Okay, so that's why attacker target this ADFS. Now let's learn about Active Directory Rights Management Services, which is ADRMS. Active Directory Right Management Services is used to protect sensitive documents and emails. It controls who can open, copy, print, or forward a file, even after it leaves a company network. In real life, ADRMS is like placing special rules on confidential documents. Even if someone receives the document, the rule decide what they can do with it. Okay, you can able to see it, but you can't able to print it. You can able to open it, but you can't able to copy it, something like that. See, from an attacker point of view, ADRMS can be abused to bypass document protection. If attacker compromise ADRMS key or service accounts, they can remove restrictions from protected documents, access confidential files, and extract sensitive business information. Okay, if you guys get it about this one, it's a basic thing. Here we covered this. Now let's see why attacker targets this services together. Attacker do not randomly attack Active Directory services. They understand that these services are built on trust. Each service extends trust to users, devices, or application. By abusing one service, attacker can often move laterally and escalate privileges. For example, an attacker may start by compromising a low privilege user, then abuse ADCS to impersonate an administrator, then use ADDS to take full domain control, and finally abuse ADFS to access cloud resources. See what attacker can achieve by compromising AD services. See, when attacker gain control over Active Directory services, they can take over user accounts, access internal servers, steal sensitive data, deploy malware across the network, and maintain long-term persistence. In many breaches, Active Directory compromise leads to complete organizational compromise. Okay, this is why Active Directory pen testing focus heavily on these services. Understanding how they work helps defenders secure them and help ethical hackers identify weaknesses before attackers do. Now let's learn these key features. Okay, the first one is hierarchical organizational structure in Active Directory. What does this see? Active Directory is designed to mirror how real companies are structured. Companies are not flat. They have departments, teams, and roles. Active Directory represent this structure using a hierarchy made up of domains, organizational units, and objects. In real life, a company might have departments like HR, finance, IT, and sales. Each department has employees with different roles. Active Directories allow this department to be represented digitally so that access and policies can be applied logically. Okay, this hierarchy makes management easier. Instead of configuring each user individually, administrator can apply rules to entire department. For attacker, this hierarchy is useful because it's reveal how the organization works. By understanding the structure, attacker can identify high value user such as IT admins and finance staffs and plan privilege escalation paths. This is also a key feature. Centralized resource management. See, centralized resource management means all important resources are controlled from one place. Files, printers, applications, servers, and permissions all are managed through Active Directory. In real world example, instead of giving every employee separate file access on different servers, Active Directory allow access to be assigned once and enforced everywhere. If a user is allowed to access a finance folder, that permission follows them no matter which computer they log in from. Okay, this is useful because it's reduce errors and improve security. However, for attackers, centralized management is attractive because compromising Active Directory gives access to many resources at once. One successful attack can unblock access to file servers, database, and internal tools. Now let's learn authentication and authorization. See, authentication is a process of proving who you are. Authorization is a process of deciding what you are allowed to do. Active Directory handles both when a user enters their username and password. Active Directory verifies their identity. Once verified, it checks the user permission and allow or denies access to resources. In real life, this is similar to showing your ID at an office entrance and then being allowed to enter only certain rooms based on your role. This system is useful because it ensures only trusted user can access sensitive systems. Attacker focus heavily on authentication system because stealing or forging credentials allow them to impersonate users. Once attacker obtain higher privileges, authorization system allow them to access critical system without triggering alarms. Okay, this is also comes under key features of Active Directory. Okay, don't be confused here. Now let's learn group policy objects. See, group policy objects are rules that automatically apply settings to user and computers. These settings control security, software installation, system configuration, and user behavior. For example, a company can enforce strong password, disable USB storage, or install antivirus software on all computers using GPOs. Once configured, this rules applies automatically. Okay, this is useful because it's ensure consistency and security across the organization. From attacker perspective, GPOs are extremely powerful. Okay, if attacker gain control over GPOs, they can deploy malware to every computer, disable security tools, or create backdoor accounts across the entire network. Okay, hope you guys get it what we can able to do once we compromise this GPOs policies. Okay, you can able to spread your payload there in a simple words. This is what attacker do, right? So there is a lot of steps. Okay, you just need to think, that's it. Here we added some main points what attacker can able to do, but as a pen tester you need to focus on it. Okay, all right. Now let's learn replication and fault tolerance. Active Directory uses multiple domain controller to ensure availability. All domain controllers replicate data between each other so that changes made on one are reflected across the network. In real life, this is like having multiple copies of a company database stored in different offices. If one office go down, other can still operate. Okay, this feature is useful because it's prevent downtime and data loss. However, attacker can abuse replication. If an attacker compromises one domain controller, malicious changes can spread automatically to all others, making cleanup difficult and allowing persistence. So this is a replication and fault tolerance. So in this class, we are learning about delegation of administrative control. So Active Directory allows administrator to delegate specific tasks without giving full control. For example, a help desk employee may be allowed to reset password but not modify domain settings. Okay, this is useful because it follows the principle of least privileges. Attacker exploit pool delegation by targeting accounts which with limited privileges that can be still abused for lateral movement or privilege escalation. Trust relationship between domains. See, large organizations often have multiple domains that trust each other. Trust relationships allows user in one domain to access resources in another. Okay, this is useful for collaboration across department or subsidiaries. Attackers abuse trust relationships to move from one domain to another, turning a small compromise into a large breach. Now here let's see auditing and logging as well. See, Active Directory records login attempts. Okay, this is a very important thing. See, what it does means it's record login attempts, permission changes, and administrative actions. These logs help organization detect suspicious activity. This feature is useful for defense and compliance. Attacker often attempts to disable logging and blend in with normal activity to avoid detection after compromising Active Directory. Okay. Now let's see scalability and integration. Active Directory is designed to scale from small businesses to global enterprises. It integrates with email system, cloud platforms, VPNs, and third-party applications. This is useful because it's become the central identity provider. For attackers, this integration means compromising Active Directory can lead to access beyond the internal network, including cloud services and remote access systems. Okay. Service accounts. What are service accounts? Service accounts are used by application to interact with Active Directory. They often have high privileges and weak password management. Attackers frequently target service accounts to gain persistent access. Sorry guys. Mismanaged service accounts are one of the most common real-world attack vectors in Active Directory environment. Now let's see security in Active Directory, okay? Active Directory security is built around one main idea, trust, okay? The entire organization trusts Active Directory to decide who is allowed to log in, what they are allowed to access, and how securely data is protected. Because of this trust, Active Directory becomes the most valuable target inside a corporate network. Okay. Every security feature in Active Directory is meant to protect identity, access, and communication. At the same time, every feature can become dangerous if it is misconfigured or misunderstood. Attackers do not need to break strong security. They look for weak configurations and abuse built-in trust. Okay, so this is a thing which we can able to do. Anything has been misconfigured, we can able to take the advantage of it and we can able to enter in it, right? Okay. Now here we are learning about authentication protocols in Active Directory. See, here we are learning Kerberos, NTLM, this all stuff. Okay, so kindly focus here so you can able to get this one. See, authentication is the process of proving identity. Okay, in Active Directory, authentication answers one question: are you really who you claim to be? Okay, when a user type a username and the password, Active Directory does not just check it locally. It's use authentication protocol to securely validate the credentials with a domain controller. Now we're gonna see this all stuffs. Okay, now let's see Kerberos authentication. Kerberos is the primary and most important authentication protocol used in Active Directory environment. It is designed to be secure, fast, and scalable. In a simple term, Kerberos work like a ticket system. When a user log in, they first prove their identity to the domain controller. If the credentials are valid, the domain controller issue a ticket. Okay, this ticket is then used to access different services without repeatedly sending the password. By using this ticket, you can able to access those services. Okay, in a simple words. In real life, Kerberos is similar to getting a wristband at an event. Okay, once you get the wristband, you can enter different areas without showing your ID again. Whenever you go to water parks or any offices at the time, they will provide you some ID card, or in water parks as well. Okay, they provide you a band. Once you show that band, then you can able to access anywhere, right? So simple like that. Instead of showing the ID, you just showing the band here. Instead of using the password, you are using the ticket, in a simple words, right? Okay, Kerberos is useful because passwords are not constantly transmitted over the network. However, attacker target Kerberos heavily. If attacker obtain password hashes or service tickets, they can perform attacks like Kerberoasting. By cracking this ticket offline, attacker can recover service accounts password, which often have high privileges and weak security. We're gonna learn about this Kerberoasting as well, this attacks, right? But remember, whenever you are performing the attack, whenever you are not perform, whenever you practice this attacks, learn this. Okay, learn sorry guys, learn this Kerberos about this authentication, this all stuff. So at that time you will get an idea what you are doing there, right? Because here we have a lot of protocols, lot of things we need to learn in Active Directory. As a beginner, what you need to do, you need to keep this PPT, and whenever you do the attacks, just try to read once from this PPT and then practice, right? Now let's learn about NTLM authentication. See, NTLM is an older authentication protocol that still exists for backward compatibility. It is less secure than Kerberos and relies on challenge response mechanism. In NTLM, the password hash is used to prove identity rather than a ticket system. This makes NTLM more vulnerable to attacks. Attackers love NTLM because it's enable attacks like pass the hash attack. In this attack, the attacker does not need the actual password. If they steal the hash, they can authenticate as a user. Many real-world breaches starts with NTLM abuse, especially in legacy environment. Okay. So you will see what is pass the hash attack, how we can able to do it. Here again, I am saying in pass the hash attack, what will happen is you no need to crack the password. Simple, by using NTLM hash, you can able to log in the server. Okay, it's a very excellent, right? And we will see this all stuffs. But again, I am saying this all are basics. Okay, there are more which you need to learn. Now let's learn encryption in Active Directory. See, encryption protects data from being read by unauthorized parties. Active Directory use encryption to protect password, authentication tickets, and communication between systems. Passwords are never stored in plain text. They are stored as cryptographic hashes. Kerberos tickets are encrypted using secret key. Communication between domain controller is also encrypted. Okay, in real life, encryption is like sealing a letter in an envelope. Even if someone interrupts it, they can't read the content without the key. Encryption is useful. Okay, but attacker exploit weak encryption algorithm, legacy protocols, and poor key management. If weak encryption is used, attacker can crack hashes offline. If encryption keys are stolen, attacker can decrypt protected data. This is why attackers focus on extracting hashes from memory, database, and network traffic rather than breaking encryption directly. Now let's see the core goal of Active Directory attacks. See, the ultimate goal of most Active Directory attacks in dominance. This means full control over authentication, access, and policy enforcement. Policy enforcement. Once attacker reach this level, they can impersonate any user, access any data, deploy any malware everywhere, and remain hidden for a long periods. Okay, this is why understanding Active Directory security is critical for penetration tester. You are not just testing system, you are testing the trust model of an entire organization. Okay, there are some additional security elements often overlooked. Service accounts are frequently overlooked but highly valuable. They often have high privileges and weak password policies. Delegation settings are often misconfigured and allow attackers to abuse legitimate functionality. Logging and monitoring are often insufficient, allowing attacker to operate undetected. Okay, this all areas attackers actively study during real intrusions. See, Active Directory security is not about a single setting or tool. Okay, it is about understanding how authentication, access control, encryption, and policy enforcement works together. Attackers succeed when defender treats this feature separately instead of as one connected trust system. Okay, mastering this concept is the foundation of Active Directory pentesting. If you are ignoring these topics, if you are ignoring this PPT, if you are ignoring this lectures at the time, you can't do anything. Okay, because you don't know what are the steps there. Okay, once after learning this, once we set up Active Directory, automatically you can able to say that what is GPOs, what is this policies, this all steps. Okay, sorry, GPO policies, this NTLM, Kerberoasting, this all stuff. So that's why what I am saying means don't ignore this theory part, because here we are adding a lot of lectures related to this theory. Okay, so that's why you need to watch this carefully. Now let's learn initial access vectors in Active Directory attacks. See, in most real-world breaches, attackers do not start as administrators. They begin as a normal user, guest, or even unauthenticated machine on the network. Initial access vectors are techniques used to gain the first foothold inside an Active Directory environment. These techniques exploit trust, legacy behavior, and weak configurations rather than brute force hacking. Okay, once initial access is gained, attackers slowly move deeper until they control the entire domain. Okay, so this one is very important. Why we added this means here we're gonna set up one attacker machine and the client machine. One Active Directory, and we gonna connect the client machine as well. Okay, there we log in. Okay, you can say it as a assume breach. We successfully breach one machine there. We successfully got access to that machine, and as a normal user, from there we need to compromise the Active Directory. This is how we're gonna go, right? It's a basically assume breach scenario which we are doing in this whole course. Now let's learn about this LLMNR and NBT-NS poisoning. Basically, these all protocols, okay? See, LLMNR and NBT-NS are fallback name resolution protocols used by Windows system. When a computer cannot resolve a host using DNS, it's asked the local network, essentially saying, who is this system? Okay, in a normal environment, this behavior is meant to improve usability. However, it's create a serious security issue. Any machine on the same network can respond to this request and claim to be the requested system. In real life, this is like someone is in an office shouting, where is the finance server? And an attacker replay, that's me. Okay, here what will happen means, it will say, okay, it will look for something. If anyone in that network say it's me, okay, at the time what will happen means, see, when an attacker respond, see, focus on here, on this point, okay, when an attacker responds, the victim system attempts to authenticate to the attacker machine. Okay, during this process, Windows automatically sends authentication information. See how critical it is. Okay, you will see this practically. Okay, we're gonna do this all stuffs. This allows attacker to capture NTLM hashes or relay the authentication to another service. What we can able to get? We can this allow attackers to capture what? NTLM hashes or relay the authentication to another service. Okay. This attack often requires no user authentication. Excellent, right? A single mistype hostname or printer lookup is enough. Attacker use tools like Responder to poison name, resolution, and harvest credentials. We covered each and everything about Responder in our red team training. We created a separate section, okay, about Responder. By exploiting LLMNR poisoning, attackers can gain valid credential material, which can later be reused for lateral movement, privilege escalation, or further attacks. Right? Now there is another attack which is excellent, SMB relay attacks. See, SMB relay attacks are frequently misunderstood. They do not involve cracking password. Instead, they abuse trust during authentication. Okay, when a Windows system authenticates using NTLM, it proves identity by responding to a challenge. If an attacker intercepts this authentication in real time, they can relay it to another system and authenticate as the victim. Okay, in real life, this is intercepting someone ID check and immediately using it at another door where the guard is still verifying it. Okay, SMB relay attacks usually begins with LLMNR poisoning or other MITM techniques. Once the authentication is captured, the attacker forwards it to the target server, such as a file server or even a domain controller. If SMB signing is not enforced, the target system accepts the authentication as legitimate. The attacker now has the access as the victim user without knowing the password. Okay, this is powerful because it's bypass password cracking, MFA. Okay, which is multi-factor authentication and complexity policy. Attackers can create files, dump data, or execute commands remotely. Okay, and we will see about this SMB relay attacks as well. Now let's learn DNS takeover attacks. So DNS is one of the most trusted services in Active Directory. Almost everything depends on DNS, including authentication and service discovery. DNS takeover attacks occurs when attacker gain control over DNS records or DNS servers. This can happen through weak permission, compromised DNS admins, or misconfigured AD integrated DNS. Okay, once attacker control DNS, they can redirect user and system to malicious services. This allow credential harvesting, malware delivery, and traffic interception. In real life, this is like changing office signboard so employee walk into the wrong room without realizing it. Okay, DNS takeover is extremely dangerous because it affects the entire domain silently. Attacker can impersonate critical services, capture authentication traffic, and persist without touching endpoints. Okay. Now let's learn Kerberoasting attack. See, Kerberoasting is one of the most effective Active Directory attacks and works because of how Kerberos authentication is designed. In Kerberos, services use special accounts called service accounts. Okay, these accounts have service principal name, which is SPNS. Okay, when a user want to access a service, Active Directory issue a service ticket encrypted with the service account password hash. Okay, any authenticated user can request this ticket. Attacker do not need special privileges. Okay, once attacker obtained the ticket, they extract it and crack it offline. If the service account use a weak password, it can be cracked quickly. Okay, in real life, this is like requesting a lock document that uses a weak lock and taking it home to break it quietly. Okay, Kerberoasting is effective because service accounts often have high privileges and rarely change passwords. Once cracked, attacker can gain powerful access and move toward domain admin privileges. Tools like Mimicards are useful to extract tickets from memory or request them directly. Okay, but remember, if you want to extract this kind of tickets, first of all, the machine, okay, which you are exploited, you must be administrator in that machine. Okay, local administrator. At that time only you can able to extract these tickets. This is also one thing. But in Windows, they're all mostly it's vulnerable with privilege escalation. Even by simple executing tools also you can able to find the privilege escalation vulnerability here there. Okay, so it's one of the effective attack, right? We will see this one practically as well. Now let's learn about pass the hash attack. See, before focusing on pass the hash attack, see why Kerberos based attacks are so effective. This one is also necessary. See, Kerberos is trusted by design. If you have a valid ticket, system assume you are a legitimate. Attacker exploit this trust. Okay, they do not need to exploit vulnerabilities. They simple request what they are allowed to request and abuse weak configurations. Because Kerberos do not log ticket usage in a suspicious way by default, these tickets often go undetected for long periods. So this is why the attacker targeted, and this is why it's effective. Okay, now let's learn about pass the hash attack. Pass the hash attack allow attacker to authenticate without knowing the actual password. Right, without knowing the actual password, you guys can able to log in the system. Okay, Windows stores password hashes in memory for authentication purpose. If attackers extract these hashes using tools like Mimicards, they can reuse them to authenticate to other machines, other systems. Okay, in real life, this is like copyright a fingerprint instead of knowing the pin code. Okay, pass the hash is effective because many systems still rely on NTLM authentication. As long as the hash is valid, the system accepts it. Attacker use pass the hash to move laterally across the network, escalate privileges, and maintain persistence. See, according to me, okay, I did a lot of pen testing services. Okay, where people hire me for this kind of services to conduct the internal network pen testing. I conduct this Active Directory pen testing. This all stuffs. In almost every work, okay, like 98 to 97, okay, mostly systems go with anti-LM. They're still using anti-LM. There is a lot of different versions of anti-LM is there, but still the machines are using anti-LM. Why? Because see, every outdated version is having the feature there. Okay, people, if the system is secure, but people are not aware with it. Okay, like if it's still unsecure, people are using it because why? It's easy. Okay, it will make your life very easier. Like if you are working as an employee at that time, these things are make very effect in your daily life. Okay, even the things are vulnerable, still it's very easy to use. So that's why people use it. Still these stuffs are vulnerable, right? So remember this point. Now let's learn about token impersonation attack as well. Token impersonation attack. Windows uses security token to represent user sessions. These tokens define what actions a user can perform. If an attacker gains access to a system and find tokens belonging to a higher privileged user, they can impersonate those tokens. In real life, this is like stealing someone's access badge after they log in and using it to enter restricted areas. Token impersonation often occurs on compromised servers where administrators log in frequently. Okay, attackers wait for a privileged user to log in, then steal the token. here this is a kind of scenario which you need to focus. The administrator must be logged in that network, okay, in that machine. At that time only you can able to steal the tokens. If the administrator is not in didn't log in that machine, at that time you can't able to do this one. Remember this point. In token impersonation, the administrator must be log in frequently. Here is a keyword, okay. This allows attacker to execute commands as a user without knowing their password. Here also in token impersonation, you know, it's not required any password, okay. Now see what attackers achieve using these techniques. By exploiting this initial access vectors, attacker can gain unauthenticated access, escalate privileges, move laterally, and eventually compromise the entire domain. This attacks allows attacker to appear legitimate, bypass security controls, and remain persistent. Most real-world Active Directory breaches use this exact techniques, not zero-day exploits. Okay, right. Why defender often miss these attacks? These attacks use normal system behavior. Log shows valid logins. No marvel is required. No brute force activity is visible. Okay, defender often focus on perimeter security and miss internal trust abuse. Okay, this is why Active Directory pentesting focuses on understanding this attack deeply, not just running the tools. So that's why we cover this all theory here, right? Initial access in Active Directory is about abusing trust, not breaking encryption. Remember this point. Attackers succeed by understanding how Windows authentication works and using it against the organization. Mastering this attacks is essential for understanding real-world Active Directory compromise paths. Okay, right. Now let's start some. Everything is practical now. We covered each and every theory. We covered about the attacks. Now we're gonna direct jump to practical classes. Now here, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a pass the hash attack, Kerberoasting attack, this all stuffs. Okay, remember here we are not covering the theory. Okay, theory is completed now. Whenever you was a practical class, just open the PPT and read the theory there. If you are still, mostly people won't remember it. Okay, at that time just open the PPT and read the theory and then watch the attack there. It will be very easier for you. Okay, but remember one thing, just try to watch this complete course, or we only provide courses. Okay, like on this channel we won't even provided a single video. I think like 20 minutes, 10 minutes. We focus on complete things. Okay, like here videos are not complete. It's not good to like give some little things. Okay, let's give everything. Okay, like the complete path. The time you guys can able to learn something from it. Okay, the main thing is you can learn something, right? Okay, now let's start practical here. Now again I am saying here we are not covering the theory. Everything will be practical. Direct attacks. Okay, first of all we're gonna set up the lab. Remember, you need a lot of storage here. You can't use 100 GB or something like that. Yeah, 100 GB is enough, but still sometimes it will take a huge space, right? So that's why you need like 100 GB is enough. Okay, like you can go for it. And 8 GB RAM is necessary. Again I am saying 8 GB RAM is very necessary here. If you have 4 GB, then what you need to do means like you need to stop something like that. Okay, you can't do it in 4 GB, I think, right? It's required 8 GB RAM, right? Yeah. Hello guys, hope you are fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to set up lab. Before setting up this lab, what we need to do means we need to download this Windows 10 machine. Okay, Windows Server ISO, so ISO file. Just click on this, just search for Windows Evaluation. Now here you guys can able to see Evaluation Center. Now here see Windows is there. We need to focus on Windows Enterprises. Okay, if you're I'm gonna provide you the Windows 10 ISO file as well, which is a Windows 10 Enterprise ISO file. I'm gonna provide you the Google Drive link. Just try to download it, because in this Microsoft you can't see the Windows 10. Okay, I think they removed it, but I can't able to see this one, the Windows 10. Right now I have Windows 11 Enterprise, which will take a huge amount of space in VM. Okay, so that's why I'm not recommending this one. Okay, if you want to practice, then if you have a good amount of space and RAM, then you can go for it. But mostly the good thing is, if you want to learn an Active Directory in a beginner phase, at a time the Windows 10 play a very important role. Okay, it's the same. Okay, if you use Windows 10, Windows 11, it doesn't matter. Okay, the things will be same. But here, for space and to set up quickly, okay, we're gonna go with the Windows 10 Enterprise, which I'm gonna share you. Okay, I'm gonna share you that ISO file. Just use it. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how we can able to set up in VMware as well. Now there is a what you need to download from this Windows Evaluation Center. You need to download this Windows Server. Go to Windows Server, select this Windows Server and download the 2022 one. Okay, you can go with the 2025, but here we are going with 2022. And click on download the ISO. See, you will get a 90 days trial here. Okay, now just fill this and click on download now. Now you guys can able to download the Windows Server 2022. See, here we are going with server. Okay, it's not a enterprise or a normal one. Okay, basically it's a server where you will set up Active Directory. Okay, so this is very necessary. So just try to download from the official site. You see here, I successfully downloaded this one. Okay, it's around 5 GB. Okay, just try to download it. And also I'm gonna provide this Windows Enterprise ISO, okay, which is also 4.257 GB, okay, which is around 4.3 GB. Okay, I'm gonna provide this link. Just try to download it. Okay, right. Now you need to set up this on your VMware workstation, right? So again, I am saying this eval file you need to download from Microsoft. Okay, and the second file, which is what we say Windows Enterprise, which is a Windows 10 machine, you need to download from Google Drive. Okay, I'm gonna provide the link. Again, I am saying, because Windows 10 is not available here. Okay, so that's why. You can also download it from internet as well. If you search on internet related to Windows 10 Enterprise, you will see Internet Archive link. Okay, just try to download it from as well, from there as well. But remember, here you can also use Windows 11. If you have Windows 11 machine on your VMware, you already booted it. At the time you can also use it, but it must and should be enterprise. Okay, if you are using the another one, then it won't work. Right, see here, if you click on Windows, you need to select the Windows Enterprise, Windows 11 Enterprise. Okay, this will work. Okay, here also see here what we are using, Windows 10. It's a Windows 10. Just let me rename it, Windows 10 Enterprise. Okay, now let's start how we can able to set up lab. Hello everyone, hope you're fine. See, in this class we are learning how we can able to set up the server. Okay, first of all, we're gonna set up this Windows Server 2022. Then we're gonna go with Windows 10 Enterprise. Okay, it's a very long process. You need to focus here to set up this server. Okay, it's not like our previous labs, right? Like Metasploitable 2, Metasploitable 3, something like that. Here you need to do a lot of configurations to set up this server. Now open your VMware workstation and click on New Virtual Machine. Select typical here. Then just browse your ISO file. This is our ISO file, okay, which is in local disk D drive in folder active. Okay, let me browse there, active, and select this. Then click next. Again, I'm saying in starting you got sorry guys, starting we have server. That means it's a server file. Okay, don't be confused here. Mostly during setting this Active Directory, people will get a lot of confusions here. So you need to focus on names. Again, I am saying first we are setting server. Okay, then what you need to do is just it's asking for the full name. Now version here, let's go with the Windows education by default. The full name is welcome. Don't want to set up any password here. Let me click next, and let me show this image in D drive. Let me type here active directory, okay, 2022. You can type here Windows Server as well to avoid confusions. Now let's give around 60 GB or 50 GB. It's totally depend upon you. Click on store virtual disk as a single file. Click next. Now see, memory is very necessary. You need to give around 4 GB of RAM to it. Okay. Or you can also go with 2 GB. Processor is 2. It's enough. Okay. Now here there is any other things which you need to focus. That's it. Okay. Just click close here. Then click finish. Now it's gonna create disk for it. Right. Now click on just click on edit virtual machine. See, automatically floppy is there. Simple remove it. It's not necessary. And remember, it must be NAT network. See, it's a NAT network. Now click on power on this virtual machine. Just hit enter. Now see, it's saying EVF network timeout. Now how to fix this one? This is also important thing which you need to focus on. Mostly in VMware workstation you will see this. So here what we need to do means just power off it. Okay, where is our, here is our Windows server. Click it, click here and click on edit virtual machine. See, there is a options. Okay, in options there is a advanced is there. In advanced, select BIOS. Okay, instead of UEFI, select BIOS here and click OK. Now power on, sorry, now power on this virtual machine. Now see, it will work. So here people will get a lot of confusions. Okay, so it's easy. Now click on next. Sorry guys, click on install now. Now see, here just use Windows Server 2022 standard evaluation desktop experience is there, right? You need to choose this one, standard evaluation. Don't go with data center, something like that. Select second option, click next. Okay, click on I accept the Microsoft license terms. Next, now here click on custom installation. Okay, click new here and click apply. Click OK. That's it. Okay, now select this second portion and click next. Now the process will take some time. You need to wait. Now it's asking for password. Okay, by default it's gonna go with administrator as a username. Now remember, you need to choose a strong password here, but we are doing practice, so that's why we're gonna go with something like password 1@ like this. See, this is a password which I am using now. See, if any user, any attacker compromises credentials, at the time he successfully compromised the entire Active Directory. Because what? This is a main username, right? This is a main user. Administrator is a owner of this machine. Once they compromise this thing, that means entire Active Directory has been compromised. Click on finish. Now here, click on VM. Just send this. Send Control Alt plus delete. Okay. Now here is our Active Directory. What is the password? Password is password 1@. Let me show you again. This is a password. You also need to set up the same password for lab, okay, to practice. We are not focusing on hacking the credential. We are focusing on Active Directory attacks, okay? We are not focusing on cracking. We learn those all stuffs in ethical hacking, okay? In ethical hacking, penetration testing, we learn those all things. Now see, remember, what you need to do is click on S here and just install VM tools, because this is in the screen is not good, right? So click on VM, install VM tools, click on install. So here it is, click on it and run setup 64-bit.exe. Click next, next, install. That's it. Now you successfully install VM tools. Now you can able to copy paste your files, just all stuffs on your VMware. It's automatically detect your resolution as well. Screen resolution. See, here is a full screen, right? Okay. Now click, just wait. Click finish. Click if you want. Sorry guys. You must restart your system for the configuration changes made to VMware tools to take effect. Click yes to restart now, or no if you plan to manual restart later. Okay, click no, I don't want to do it now. Now see, click on don't show this message again and close it. Now this is your dashboard from where you can able to do the configurations. Okay, again I am showing, just see, this is your machine. Okay, and Windows license valid for 180 days. Here you can able to see at right side. Okay, and if you click on the start button, here is server manager. Once you open it, now you can able to see the server manager. This is how you can, what I am saying means this is how you can able to open this manager. Okay, this server manager. Right, now let me restart this one. Click on continue. So this is how we can able to set up Windows Server. Now in the next classes we're gonna learn how we can able to set up this active sorry guys, active directory, this all stuffs. Now let's set up domain controller. Okay, now click on send control or delete and type your password. In the last classes we restarted it, right? 100. Now what you need to do, see, first of all you need to open server manager. Once you open server manager, what you need to do means here there is a manage. Focus on here. Okay, on right side up, just see the mouse pointer, there is a manage. Click on it. Once you click on this manage, click on add roles and feature. Click on this. Okay, just wait. What happened? Click on manage, click on add roles and features. Okay, here it is. Okay, now what you need to do, click on next. Now choose this role based or feature based installation. Click sorry, now you can go by default. Okay, just select it, next. Now here what you need to do is you need to, we need two things here, Active Directory certificate server and Active Directory domain server. In this class we are setting this Active Directory domain service. Okay, click on add feature. Okay, that's it. You just need to check it and click on add feature. Click next here, and here again click next, click next, and here see there is a restart the destination server automatically if required. Now check this one and click yes. Now click on install. Now it will take some time to install this this one. Just wait. Active Direct it's installing Active Directory domain services. Okay, it will take some time, just wait. And also we forgot to do the main thing here, which is we didn't change the system name here. Okay, so let's do that one once we finish this thing. Now it's success. Now what you need to do means click on promote this server to a domain controller. Is there, right? Click on it, and here now you are setting this domain controller. Okay, now click on this one, add a new for us. Click on this and now give any name here, the domain name. Now in our case we are giving whitesec dot ad. Okay, something like this. Click next. Now it will ask you to set up the password here. All right, here is a password which you need to set up. Basically let's set up the password as the same password. Okay, as password, sorry, password 1 @ here we are using the same passwords to avoid the confusion. Okay, password 1 @. Now click on next. Now see, there is a create DNS delegation is there. No need. Click next. Just wait. It will automatically detect the NetBIOS domain name here. Just wait. See, it's detected the domain with the name of WhiteSec. Just type here. It won't go with the extensions. Remember this thing. Just go next again. Now click next. You know about this all stuffs, right? In the last classes we covered about this thing. Click next. Now click next again. Just wait. Now click on install. Now see, once it's successfully done, it will ask you that you need to sign out. Okay, click here. You are about to sign out. Click on close and see what will happen. It will automatically restart your Active Directory. This server, okay, just wait for it. See, we refer to this machine as an Active Directory now, not a server. We're gonna refer it as an Active Directory. Whenever I say Active Directory, then you need to keep that in your mind that I am referring to this machine, Windows Server 2022. Basically, it's a feature, okay? Active Directory is a feature there. We need to set up those all stuffs and we need to do the configuration. But still, now we successfully set up this domain services. Now let's go with certificate services, okay? Hello everyone. In this class, we are learning how we can able to set up this AD certificate services. Click on start and open this server manager. Once you open the server manager, again, you need to click on manage and click on add roles and features. And here, again, you need to do the same process. Click next, next, next. And here, you need to choose this one, Active Directory Certificate Services. Check this one, click on add feature and click next. Click next again, next. Now see, check this certificate authority. Sorry, certification authority. Click on next again. Is it any other thing? Okay, click next. Now again you can check on this one, restart the destination automatically and click install. Now click on configure Active Directory Certificate Services, right? See, here is credentials. It will automatically detect it, okay? If you want to click on change, click on change. Now it will ask for the username and the password, okay? Type user account name and the password. Type the name and the password of an account with user rights on selected service. Here let me add the username and the password as administrator. The password is password1@. Click OK here, then it's done. Click next. Now see, here we have this, what we say, options are there. You need to click on certification authority, okay? Now click next. Now click on select this enterprise CA. Okay, click on this one, root CA. Create a new private key. Click next and let me select this SHA-256 and allow administrator. Okay, click next. So if you want to change this, you can also change this one. See, basically I didn't change the system name, so that's why we need to use this name. But in your case, what we need to do means, before setting this Active Directory, you also need to change the system name of it. Click on settings and click on system and click on about, and here rename this PC, okay? Just change the name here, but I don't want to do it. I'm using this one only. Click next. Now see, 5 years, okay, click next. That's it. Next, configure. Now click on close, click close. That's it. So this is how we can able to set up what? Certificate services in Active Directory. This is also necessary for attacks. So that's why we did this whole process. Okay. Now let's configure this server. Let's add some users here. Just click on start and click on server manager. Once you click on server manager, see there's tool is there. Click on this tools, and here there is a Active Directory users and computers are there. Just open it. Now here, this is how you guys will see it. Okay. Once you open it for first time, here there is a whitesec.ad is here. Under this we have the computers. Okay, those computers which are connected with Active Directory you will see here. Okay, here are the users. Who are the users here? If you remember, this guy is an administrator. When we set up this machine, at the time we created this user. Okay, this is the administrator. If I double click it, if you click on member of, now see it's have access for each and every group. When you see this thing, that means he's an administrator there. Okay, administrator default name is administrator. Okay, he's the owner of this whole machine, so it's a powerful guy. Okay, so we're gonna learn how we can able to create local administrator. This all stuff. First of all, see in this user folder we have a lot of users. Okay, basically these are the groups. See, security groups, but in for administrator in type we can able to see this is a user, and there is also another user with the name of guest. This is also a user here. Okay, but what we gonna do means we're gonna create another folder, and we're gonna drag and drop this all guys. Okay, this where we can able to see security groups there, right? We're gonna drag and drop there. Okay, so to avoid the confusion, just right click here and click on here new, and there is a organizational unit is there. Just click on it, just type here groups. Okay, something like this. See, group has been successfully created. Now go to users and select those all where you can able to see in type security groups are there, right? Simple copy those all guys here. Just select those all and drag and drop here. Click on yes, select again and drag and drop it on groups. Yes, see if you click on groups here we have the groups. If you click on users we have only 2 users. Okay, now if I want to create new user at a time, what I'm gonna do, right click and click on new, and here you can able to see user. Now just give the name here. Let me type here something like user 1. Okay, user logon name is, let me type here user 1, the same here, and click next. Now remember you need to select password never expires here. Okay, to perform this practice. Okay, let me give the password, the same password 1 or let me give the password as password 2. Let me give the same password 1 password 1 click next, finish. See, this is a normal user. If I double click it, click on members of, see it's just a member in domain user. Okay, this is just a normal user who have access in groups. Okay, now see this guy guest is also a system administrator. If you see the same thing here, built-in account for guest access to computer and domain. Mostly we remove this thing. Okay, it's not necessary in our case, but also we can able to take advantage of this user as well. Okay, this is a built-in machine, so we can able to delete it. Okay, we can able to manage that one, or you can also edit this account. Okay, now how we can able to create local administrator means, see, right click and copy. That means you are now see what will happen. Now let me type here first name as a local admin. Okay, in user logon also let me type here local admin. If you compromise local admin as well, you will get a complete Active Directory access. Okay, now click on next and click on password never expires. Let me type here password as password 1 password 1 click next, finish. Now see if I double click it, now if you click on member of, now see it's also having the same as is as a admin, okay, administrator. So this is how we can able to create the local admins. Now see, let's we are creating a vulnerable lab. So in description, let me add something like password is password 1@. Okay, this will give you a lot of scenarios. Okay, mostly they add the description here that this user can only log in specific like this is a user for a specific employee or something like that. You won't see the password here, but we are making a scenario. Okay, so that's why we are adding the password. Now click OK. See in description you can able to see password is password 1@. Now let me add the description as a here description as an employee, something like this, a short form of employee 1. Click apply. Okay, now see employee 1. Now let me create another user. Just click on copy and let me type here user 2. Sorry, user 2. I'm gonna type here user 2. Click next. We use a password as password 1@. Click next. Finish. Okay, let me add here description. Employee 2. Okay, here it is. So this is how we can able to create the user. Now how we can able to create the services. Okay, service users, like there is a SQL user is running. Mostly those service users are local administrator in systems. Okay, sometimes it will be local administrator, sometimes it won't. Okay, now see mostly SQL. Okay, MySQL, this guys will be a local administrator. Now how we can able to create a service account here, service user. So let me do one thing. Just let me copy this administrator and click on copy. And here what I'm gonna do is let me give the name here, something like MySQL, something like this. SQL. Okay, click next. And let me give the password as the same. See, the password will be different. But to avoid this all stuffs, we are creating this whole course for beginners. Okay, so we want to avoid the confusion here. We are direct going with the Active Directory attacks here. Okay, we are not targeting the user credentials or something like that. Okay, we are learning SMB relay, Kerberoasting, this all stuffs. Now click next here, click on finish. Now see MySQL is successfully created. If I click here and click on member of, here you can able to see this user is member of this and you can say that this is a local administrator. Now here in description let me type here service account. Okay, now what I'm gonna do now, you need to do some steps here. So you need to open CMD and you need to set SPN. Just type this command to make this user service account. Okay, just type here set SPN -a. Now what you need to do is, what is your system name? In my case, my system name, I didn't change it. Okay, so that's why we need to change this thing. The device name is this. Okay, just copy it and paste it here. Then just type here /. What is the username here? The user account name MySQL. Okay, just type here MySQL. Okay, then just add here dot your domain. Okay, what is your domain? Active Directory. Here only you guys can able to see it. whitesec.ad. Just type here the domain name here, whitesec.ad, something like this. Then give the port. Okay, let me give the port something like just give any random port. You can also give random port. You can mostly we can go with 6000 something like this, a random one. Okay, just type here whitesec and then just add something like where it is, man, just add /, and let me give the password, the username. Okay, what is the username? It's a MySQL. Hit enter. Hope it will work. Yeah, successfully done. Now check it. Just type here set SPN dash t whitesec dot ad, just type here dash q, capital Q, and just add star /star. Basically I'm verifying it successfully done or not. Okay, see here, is it? Yeah, see, successfully it's done. Okay, we successfully set up this service account. Why it's necessary, we will see this thing. Okay, so but right now you need to focus on this commands. Okay, first of all you need to set up this lab, then only you can able to get it. Okay, first perform the attack, then try to do the research and try to learn it. Okay, still I'm gonna add some stuffs in PPT as well. Okay, if I add a lot of theory in Active Directory, then you won't get it. You guys will get bored. Okay, because this is a kind of boring topic as well. Right now here, what we need to do, that's it. Okay, we successfully created a service account, users, and how we learn how we can able to create this local administrator to this all stuffs. Okay, remember this is a here in users, what we say, man, directory. In this folder you will see a lot of users here, like 100, 200, 300, something like that. Okay, in real world. So don't be confused here, the approach will be same. Again, I am saying here we are targeting the low amount of users here, but in real world you will see a lot of users there, lot of computers there. Okay, so don't be worried there, right? It's the same approach, but in real world you will see a lot of results. In lab maybe we won't see that much results. Okay, because the users interaction is not going there. Okay, so that's why we can't see that much results, but in real world you will see a bunch of results there. Okay, right, hope you guys get it. Right now in the next class we're gonna learn how we can able to create a share folders. Hello guys, hope you're fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to set up this share folders. Now click on server manager, just wait. Okay, here is a file and storage services, is that right? Click on it and click on shares. Okay, now see there is a task, is there right? Just see the mouse pointer, click on task. Now there is a new share is there, click on it and select SMB share quick, click next here and again next. That's it. Here let me give the share name as whitesec, something like this. You can also give the description as well, click next. Now here we have just type next here. Okay, next, great, that's it, click close, that's it. So this is how we can able to create this one, this share folders. You will see how we can able to take advantage of this one as well. Basically in share folders you will see a lot of juicy information in real world. Okay, in the next class we're gonna create some group policies. We're gonna play with group policies. In the last classes, let's see that in next class. Okay, hello guys, hope you're fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to create group policy management. In theory, in the last classes we learned what is group policy and how the attacker take advantage of that group policy to disable antiviruses, firewalls, this kind of stuff. So we're gonna see the exact thing here, right? First of all, just open your Active Directory and search for group policy management. Okay, just open it. See here, this is how you guys can able to see it. Click it here and just in domains there is our Active Directory domain. Okay, our domain which is whitesec.ad. Right click and create a GPO in this domain. That means you are creating a group policy here. Now let me create something like disable. It might be any name. Okay, disable defender. Let me disable this Windows Defender. Click OK there. Now if you click on this button here, see there is a group policy has been created with the name of disable defender. Okay, just right click click on it. Sorry guys, click on edit. Once you click on edit, now here we have the another tab. Okay, now what you need to do, See, if I want to disable Defender, then this is a process. Okay, in computer configuration there is a policies out there, right? In policies, just open this policies. In policies we have the, just wait, administrative templates is there. Okay, just open this one as well. In administrative templates we have another folder with the name of Windows component. Just open this one as well. In Windows components you will see Microsoft Windows Defender, sorry, Microsoft Defender antivirus. Just open it. Okay, now here there is a, see, turn off Microsoft Defender antivirus is there, right? Now double click it, open it, and here let me enable this one. That means once I enable this, that means I am disabling the antivirus here. See, what is the name of this one? Turn off Microsoft Defender. Simply I am enabling doing this, sorry man, I'm enabling this thing here, right? Click OK. See, it's successfully enabled. Here you can able to see. You can also type apply there as well. You can click on OK, apply, whatever, right? Now go back. Let me close it. Okay, now see, the group policy has been created. Now what you need to do means you need to start this one. Okay, if you click on this one, and here is our policy. Okay, now right click this and enforce. That means it's gonna start it. You have selected a link, change the link, changes. Okay, click OK there. Now see, it's enforced. That means our Defender has been disabled. Okay, click on settings and click on Windows updates and Windows security. Click on this, click on manage. Oh, it's enabled. Just wait, I need to restart, I think. Yeah, we successfully did it. So this is how we can able to use the group policies. Once we restart this one at a time, you guys can able to see the changes. Now let's set up static IPv4 here. This is one of the most important thing step in this AD. So what you need to do means click on settings. In settings there is a network and internet is there, right? Click on it and click on change adapter options. Open it. Here you might guys can see a lot of adapters, but if you are following this lab, then you will see only one. Okay, just double click it. Now there is a properties. Click on this properties. Now you need to select the internet protocol version 4, this one. Just double click it and you need to set the static IP here. Okay, just use the following IP address. Now what you need to do is just open CMD and just type here ipconfig. You need to add your IP there, which is this one, IPv4. In my case, 192.168.112.144, 143. Just paste it here. Okay, now in subnet, it will automatically detect the subnet mask. Now you need to set up the gateway here. The gateway will be 192.168. Here you need to add 1.1. Okay, that's it. Now use the following DNS server address. Okay, you can set this one by default. Okay, now click OK here. Warning, the default gateway is not the same address. No problem. Click yes there. Click OK. So you successfully set up this IP. Now it will help you a lot, okay, to connect your machines. So that's it about this Windows server. There is a more. Okay, now see, internet has been lost. Okay, it's not necessary for us because this whole machine work locally. Okay, if you provide internet access to Active Directory, then what will happen? It will have the public IP. If there is any misconfigurations happen, the IP will go public. Okay, at a time it will be vulnerable. Basically, Active Directory comes under internal pen testing. Okay, once you need to enter in the company network, from there you need to approach this testing. Okay, you need to whitelist your IP address. Mostly clients will whenever you get any work related to Active Directory, at the time you need to whitelist your IP address there in client environment, so you can able to start the testing there. Okay, hope you guys get it. Now let's set up our Windows machine, Windows 10 enterprise machine, right? Hello guys, hope you're fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to join our client machine. This is our client machine, okay, which we set up in last classes. We're gonna connect with Active Directory, which is our Windows server. So see the screen, what we say, the wallpaper or same here. So don't be confused. Here, what we say at right side, you can able to see at down there is a Windows Server 2022. Or let me do one thing to avoid confusion. I can also change the wallpaper here. But see, you can only see server managing Windows Server. Okay, if you go to client, just open here, you can't see server manager. Okay, server manager only will be in on Windows based machines. In Windows servers only you can able to see that one. So this is also how you can able to figure out that thing, right? So this is our Active Directory. Okay, and this is our client machine. So what if I pin this? At that time you guys now it's good, right? There is no confusion. Now see, right now I'm in client machine. I'm doing this whole process in where? In client machine. Now let's start this. First of all, open your settings and click on network and internet and click on change adapter option. Okay, and double click it and click on properties. Once you click on properties, this first thing is you need to disable Internet Protocol version 6. Just disable it, and here you can able to see Internet Protocol version 4, this one. Just double click it. Once you double click it, check on this one, use this following DNS server. Okay, here what you need to do is go to Windows Server and open your CMD here. And just type ipconfig, see your IP. So this is our IP. Okay, sorry guys, 122.112.143 is our IP. Let's go back to our client machine and just paste the IP there. Okay, 122 sorry guys, 143. Click on advanced now. Now go to DNS. Now check this one. Okay, use this connection, DNS suffix and DNS registration. Check this. Once you check it, what you need to do is, see, there is a DNS suffix for this connection is right here. What you need to do is you need to add your domain, Active Directory domain, which is in my case it's a whitesec.ad. If you go back here to Windows Server, okay, if you click on if you click on tools and there is Active Directory users and computers, here you can able to see this is your domain. Okay, whitesec.ad. So simple, the same thing you need to add it here and click OK. Okay, click OK again. Okay, now see, it's saying that do you want to allow your PC to discover by other PCs and devices on this network? Click yes. Okay, done. Now you need to join this computer to AD. Okay, how we can able to do it? First of all, close this all. Just go back in settings and click on system. In system there is about. In about you can able to see there is a here advanced system settings. Click on this, and here there is a click on computer name. In computer name there is a to rename this computer or change its domain or work group. Click on change. Click on this change. Once you click on change, what you need to do is here you need to select domain. Okay, once you select domain, you need to add your domain name, Active Directory domain. What is it? The same thing. Okay, whitesec.ad is your domain name. Just add your domain name here, whitesec.ad. Now click OK. Now it's gonna ask you for the password. Which password you need to type? You need to type this passwords. Okay, now go to user, this one, administrator password. If I double click it, see who is administrator here? This guy. By name only we can able to say that this guy is an administrator, and also you can check the member of as well. And also local admin is also a administrator in this Active Directory. You can also use the credentials of local admin as well. See, and the MySQL as well. This guy is also a here is a member of local administrator here, right? So you can add any local admin credentials, or simple. Let me do one thing. Let me use the administrator credentials only. And the password is password1 @ again I am saying I am using the credentials of this user, which is administrator. This guy is an administrator in this Active Directory, right? So you need to use the administrator credentials here if you want to connect your machine to Active Directory. This is a concept which I am explaining you, okay? Once you type the administrator credentials, click OK there. Now see, the following occur attempting to join the domain whitesec.ad happened here. Let me do it again. This is a password. We click OK. Okay, see, we successfully joined to the welcome to whitesec AD domain. Click OK there, and now it's gonna you need to restart it. Click close here and restart now. Now once you connect your machine to Active Directory, you guys will see some changes here. What are those changes? Just wait. See here at left side you can able to see client is what here? Client is the machine user. Okay, this when we set up this machine, we created one user with the name of client. It's a default user. You can say it as it's a default user of this guy, which we created during this machine settings when we set up this Windows 10. But here we have the another option, which is other users. Now basically by choosing this option, you can able to log in whitesec AD. You need to provide the credentials of this user. User 1 is an employee, user 2 is an employee, right? You can also log in as an administrator there. If you have credentials, then you can also log in as an administrator. Okay, so this is how it will work. Now if I go back to whitesec server and go to computers and see here, one machine has been successfully connected to our Active Directory. Okay, it successfully joined. This is our client machine. Let me give the description such as Windows 10 password is 1. Click apply. Okay, right. Now let me do one thing. Let me log in here in this client machine as other user. Let me log in as a user 1, which is the employee 1. Okay, this guy. Let me log in as user 1. Just type here user 1. Let me type password. Now this is how the assume breach work. Okay, once you are conducting red team assessment, if you are doing AD work there, if you are doing AD pen testing, at that time the client will provide you the low level credentials there. Okay, like this. Here user 1 is not an administrator. See, if I open it, if I click on the member of, it's just a member in domain user. That's it. Okay, it doesn't have any privileges here. So simple, we log in as a user 1. If I open CMD, again I am saying this is a client machine, not an Active Directory. Okay, if I type here who am I, then you can able to see it's a user 1. Here also you can able to see user 1, but we can able to see that okay, it's a whitesec. We log in as this user is member in domain. Okay, we can able to see that. Now let me type ipconfig here to see your IP. Here you can able to see the IP, right? 144. You can also ping your Active Directory. Just type here ping whitesec.ad. See, you can able to ping that Active Directory as well. So this is how we can able to join our machine in Active Directory. Now let's configure our lab for attacks. Basically we are targeting users here. Let's make a scenario. Okay, now what we're gonna do is, first of all, let's log out. Okay, as user 1, just sign out. Once you sign out, let me log in as a local administrator here. Here you can able to see there is a local admin which I created in Active Directory. Okay, this is a local admin. You can also log in as a service account as well. Okay, let me log in as a service account. Just type here other user, just type MySQL, and the password is password 1 @ hit enter. See, I'm log in as a MySQL, which is a service account. You can also log in as a local admin here. You need to, but remember, you need to use a users of this which are in Active Directory. Now in this machine, in client machine, let me add this MySQL as a local administrator in this machine. Not, it's already a local administrator in Active Directory, but let me add this user as a local administrator in this client machine. Okay, at that time, this is a kind of scenario where the attacker can able to know that, okay, there are some other users who is also a local administrator in Active Directory and also in this machine as well. So it will make our attacks more wider, and it's a very critical as well. Okay, now see how to do that one. Just right click or simple, just open your there is a user. Just let me open the run. Okay, let's open run here. And run, just type here LUSRMGR.MSC. open it. Once you open it, here you can able to see local users and groups. Okay, see if I click on users, you guys can able to see there is a administrator. Who is this guy? This is not this administrator which is in what we say in Windows Server. This is not that one. Okay, it's the system administrator, okay, of this client machine. When we set up this Windows 10, it automatically create administrator user there, but it's disabled. Okay, you can't use this one. See the icon here, it's disabled. So you can also enable it. How we can able to enable this one? Just double click this user. Okay, see account is disabled. Now click on account is enabled, and here member of administrator. Yeah, is there anything else? Click OK. Sorry, apply. Okay, I need to set up the password for this user. Right click and set password. Click proceed, and let me set the password as password 1@. Click OK. The password has set. Now right click and double click it and click on just uncheck this account is disabled and click apply and click OK. Now the account is enabled. Again, I am saying this user is an administrator in this machine, but by default the Windows will be disable this user. Okay, now we manually enable this guy. Okay, this is also one thing. Now see, there is a groups. Okay, here in groups, these are very important. Okay, maybe if we create any codes related to SOC, at the time I'm gonna add about this things. Right now we are working on Active Directory, so let's focus on it. You can also learn it. Okay, just try to do research about this thing and try to learn it. Now here we have the administrator. Just double click it. Now we need to focus on administrator. What we are doing means we are adding, okay, this users, okay, in this machine as a local administrator, in client machine as a local administrators. This is a scenario here. So by default we have administrator and client. Recently we enabled this administrator. Okay, and this is a client when we created during this lab setup. Okay, this client machine. Now click on add. Now let me add MySQL as a local administrator in this machine. Now click on check names. Now see, it's automatically detected it. Find this location in AD. It's detecting the stuffs from our Active Directory, and here is our user which we are looking for. Click OK there. Now we successfully added this guy, MySQL user, as a local administrator in client machine, in this machine. Okay, and let me add user one as well. This user, let me add this user. See, this user one is a normal user here. Let's add this guy, local admin in this client machine. Just type here user one, check names. Yeah, let me add here. Now let me add user 2 as well. User 2 is also a normal user. Just click on member of. See, it's just a normal user here. Let me add this user as a local administrator in this client machine. Why I'm saying this again? Because to avoid the confusion. Okay, this is a little bit intermediate level topic. Okay, now click on check names and click OK there. Now successfully we added the users as a local administrator in client machine. right? Click on apply and click OK. So successfully we added the local administrator in this machine. Now let's sign out from here. Now see, I'm logging as an Active Directory user here. If I sign out, let me log in as a client, the user who is a user in this local machine, right? In this client machine, let me log in as a normal user. Why we log in as a client? Because to enable the shares, okay, just open file manager, go to this PC, okay, and this PC, just sorry, click on networks. Once you click on network, click OK and click on change to click to change. Now enable this one, turn on network discovery and file sharing, enable it. See, we created share directories as a white sec there in Active Directory. Simple, we are configuring that one here, okay, to see those all stuffs, right? To access that. Now what you need to do, click on this PC, click on computers, click on map and network drive. Just check this one, map network drive, and just here let me add the folder. Let me check this. You need to check this both, and just add something like what we say, backward slashes, and your Active Directory domain name, this system name. What is the system name here? I forgot to change the system name, so this is why it's necessary. Just go to about. Now this is the system name, okay? Just copy this. See, I'm copying the system name of Active Directory, okay? This server. Just paste it here. Once you paste it, just add backward slash again, the folder which you created, this share folder. In the last classes, we created this, right? Go to shares. This one, we created this folder, share folder, white sec. Just add that folder here. Click finish. Now it's asked for the credentials. You need to add the credentials. Okay, just add. You can also use a local administrator credentials as well. This user credentials, but it must and should administrator in this Active Directory. Okay, you can also go with the Active administrator, local administrator, MySQL credentials, but you can't use user 1, user 2 because these guys are normal user in this machine. Okay, so that's why if you even use these credentials, then it won't work. Okay, you must be login as an administrator here. You need to use the credentials. Let me type here MySQL credentials. Again, which is user in, which is local administrator in Active Directory. Click OK here. Now successfully we accessing this thing. It's right now the folder is empty. Now once you click on this PC here, you can able to see, you can able to access this whole thing here. The if anything is present, then by doing some reconnaissance we can able to access those all things. Okay, once we start the attack, you will get it. Right, so this is how we can able to configure this. In the next classes, we're gonna exploit this all stuffs. Remember, if you're not getting it, it's not a big deal. Okay, just focus on lab setup. Just try to follow the same things which I did here and do the attacks. Then automatically you guys will learn why the stuffs are very important. Right, so first learn the pen testing, first learn the hacking, then learn why it's why we are doing that. Okay, this is the main thing which you need to remember. Right, we are not a network engineers or those guys who configure this kind of stuff. Okay, we are a pen testers and ethical hackers, so we need to focus on those things first, then we're gonna learn other stuffs after hacking the things. Okay, right. Hello guys, hope you're fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to set up our Windows 10 machine. So simple, click on create a new virtual machine and select typical here. Now just load your Windows 10 enterprise.iso. Okay, I'm gonna provide you this machine, this ISO file. Just try to download it from there. You can also download it from from official Microsoft site as well, but due to some reasons they removed this one. Or you can do on research related to this one. Just try to search to download these files from other platforms, okay, such as Internet Archive is there. From there also you guys can able to download it. Click next and let me save this on location. In this location, let me name it as a client machine. just next, and click on store virtual disk as a single file. Next, just change according to your memory. Just let me give 2 GB memory, processor is 2 GB is enough. Okay, just click on finish. Now it's gonna create a disk. Just wait. So here is our client machine. Remember, the network adapter must be NAT. Okay, click on power on this virtual machine. Just wait for it. Now see, here we are getting some timeout EFI network, something like that, right? Now how to fix it means, just try to power off this client machine, okay? Not server, the client machine. Basically now we are setting Windows, setting up this Windows machine, right? So let me power off it. This is our server. Just go back again. Now here is our client. Just click here and click on edit virtual machine settings. Click on options and click on advanced here. In advanced, you can able to see there is a UEFI is there, right? Right now it's check UEFI. Now check it to BIOS. Just check this one and click on OK. And power on this machine. Now see what will happen. Now see it's working, right? So this is how you can able to fix this one. So it will take some time, just wait. Now here you need to choose this, click next and click on install. Click on I accept the license terms, click on next, click on custom install. Okay, same which we do, which you did in what we say in Active Directory server, right? Now here click new and click apply. That's it. Click OK. Now here it is selected. Click next. Now it will take some time. Just wait. Now just select, click yes and click yes and skip. See, we are doing this whole process in client machine. Okay, remember this point, because mostly you guys will get a confusion. Previously we set up the server, now we are setting the client machine which are connected with Active Directory. Okay, basically we need to gain access to this machine, and from here we need to compromise the Active Directory, right? It will restart your machine. Now see here, you need to give the name. Sorry, just wait. Here we missed some part. First the machine will get restart. Okay, now it will ask you to sign up there. Okay, now see, let's do the process again. Click yes. Now click on skip. Now here you can able to see sign in with Microsoft. Here you no need to add any keys or something like that. Simple. See here, there is a domain join instead is there, right? Click on it. Once you click, it will ask you for the username. Who's going to use this PC? What's the name do you want to use? Let me use the name as client. Okay, click next. And the password sorry guys, let me use the same password. Password 1. Sorry, I'll type again. Password 1 @ but in real world you won't see the same password here. It will be different, but for this lab we are making it a vulnerable. Okay, now click next here. Now confirm password again. Just type here password 1 @ click next. Now security questions, let me add here random characters. Now disable this all. Click accept. You can also enable it, but here once you enable it, then it will show you a lot of options here. It will show the citations, this all, so that's why you need to disable those all. Now here is our machine. So here it is. Simple. Close it. Now do one thing, just install VM tools here. Click run setup 64, click yes. See, basically you need to set up on another machine here, okay? But here for this course we are only going with Windows Server and client machine, okay? But in real world you guys will see a lot of computers which are connected with the Active Directory, so it will take a storage, right? That's why I'm not creating it. And also the main thing is what you need to do is just try to change your, click on settings and change your PC name here. Click on system and click on about. See, change this device name. Sorry, rename this PC and let me name it here client machine, like this. Click next. Now restart it. We need to do the same process for Active Directory, but I forget it, that one. Now I can't able to do it. If I do it, then some misconfiguration will happen. Okay, there are a lot of many chances that it might occur some misconfiguration. So that's why we are not changing the Windows Server name here. Simple, we did it on client machine only. Right? What is the password? Password is password 1 at the rate. Let me show you. We are using the same password for each account. So this is our server and this is our client machine which we set up in this class. Okay, right, in the next classes we're gonna learn how we can able to join our this client machine to Active Directory. Okay, right, thank you, have a nice day. Hello guys, hope you are fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to set attacker machine. So here we are using Kali Linux. So simple, just open your browser and type here kali.org. This is the official website of Kali Linux from where you can able to download it. Okay, click on download button and just select virtual machines here and download this one, okay, which is around 3.5 GB. Download it. I extracted this Kali Linux in my active folder in local D. Just open this VMX file and power on this. Remember, you must and should use a network is not, okay, remember this thing. And processor you can go with 2 or something like that. Now power on this virtual machine. Username and password is Kali. So basically the scenario is you are in client network, okay, you are in the network. Now you need to conduct the assessment here. Simple words, you need to start testing. You will get client credentials here, right? Once a normal user credentials, a simple a basic user. Once by using those credentials you need to interact with it and you need to start the testing there. And also if you here we are not going with client credentials, we are just doing the attack, kind of MITM attack using responder. Okay, it's a basically capturing hashes. Once we capture the hashes, basically we're gonna capture the NTLM v2 hashes. Okay, I'm gonna show you this all stuff. Just type username is Kali and password is Kali. And here is our client machine. Let me resume it. So this Windows Enterprise machine is whenever you won't use it at the time, it gonna go in past state. Okay, again you need to resume this machine. So here is our Kali Linux. See, we are running 3 machines here. One is Windows Server, second is client machine which is connected with Windows Server, and the third one is Kali machine. So that's why I told you you need a good amount of storage and RAM and processor. And remember, in real world, whenever you conduct the pen testing, you will see a lot of machines there which are connected with it, and you will see hundreds of users there. Okay, so that's why at that, see, this is a lab, right? Maybe you guys can able to think that, okay, this is a lab, it's easy, but in real world it's more easier than this, because there you will see a lot of users and a lot of interaction going there. Okay, so easily you can able to capture the hashes, and if you crack it at the time, you can able to access that user credentials. But in penetration testing and red teaming, in red teaming we do the cracking process, but in pen testing what will happen means we only try like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. Okay, we won't give more focus on cracking process, because it will take a huge time to crack the hash. Okay, maybe the client is using a long passwords, they are using a multiple characters in it, if they are using any kind of like huge values at a time, it's very hard to crack. So that's why in pen testing what we do means we ignore the process, then we gonna stop that cracking process and we will move to other attack there. Okay, remember, this is how the real world work. You can't give your 100% in cracking only, you can depend upon cracking. If it's not working, then quickly you need to go on go with another attack. Okay, remember this point, this is very important. Mostly people think that we need to give a lot of time in cracking. No, it's a very long process, and if you have a lot of this excellent graphic card, still it will take a huge time, because we have the word list, but we don't have the keyword there. Okay, basically those all stuffs will perform through comparison, right? It's gonna compare the hash value with your word. If you don't have the, like, assume that you have a lot of millions of keyword in your word list, and you tried each and everything there, but still you can't able to crack it. Why? Because the password which you want to crack, it's not available on that word list. So it's, now think how hard it is, okay, to find the right password. So that's why you need to ignore, you need to try the basic things. Okay, just try to use raw queue, this kind of stuff, just create word list according to the target, try it. If it doesn't work, leave it and do the next process. Okay, just do the next step there. Remember this point, no one will tell you this thing. Okay, this is very important to note. Okay, right, we successfully set up our Kali machine, right? Now this is attacker machine, and this is client machine, and this is server machine. Now think like this, you are in your client network. Okay, once you get when you are in client network, now you need to start the attacks. Okay, right, hope you guys enjoy this class. Thank you, have a nice day. Hello guys, hope you're fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to perform LLMNR poisoning. You need to what is LLMNR poisoning? You need to read it on the PPT, okay, which we covered. In theory part, we covered this all stuffs. What is LLMNR? What is SMB relay attacks? This all stuffs. We are not covering the theory again here. So simple, we are starting with direct attacks. Now see, here we have a client. Let me log in as a normal user. Okay. Here I am logging as a user 1. Right. Successfully log in. Now let's go back to our Kali machine. So here is our, just wait, here is our Kali. Just let me log in here. Okay, now once you log in Kali machine, should I unpin? Let me unpin this now. Okay, open your terminal. Just do some settings here, such as let me click on preference. In preference, I'm gonna change the color scheme to green, black on light arrow, green on black. Okay, let me choose this. Okay, great, right? Let me zoom it. There is a one tool with the name of responder, right? So if you type responder-h, then here you guys can able to see the options. Okay, now how to use it? See, simple. What you need to do means, once you are in victim in your client network, you need to start it. Just start the responder. Before starting this responder, you need to do some configurations here, such as let me try to locate it. Responder, what happened? just navigate to this location. Is there here you can just wait. If I type ls here, you guys will see responder configuration file is there, right? Now simple, just type here sudo nano responder .config. See here you need to enable this one. Okay, here we have SMB, just turn it on. Sometimes you need to hop that one as well, and HTTP as well. Okay, it's already there, so you don't need to do anything, right? In some scenarios, in some assessments, what will happen means you can't use responder there. This is also one thing. At the time you need to approach different tools, right? So sorry guys, so here basically this tool perform the MITM attacks. Okay, like now see, let me show you how excellent it is, right? Now simple, what you need to do means just run this responder. Just type here respond. You need to run it as a sudo. Just let me type cd and just type here sudo responder. Okay, just add interface and give ETH0. Once you connect with your client network, then what is the interface? You need to mention that interface. Okay, if you are connecting with external Wi-Fi adapter, then you need to use WLAN 0 there, something like that. Okay, once you mostly in this assessments they provide the jump server. Okay, you can't use your Kali there due to some restrictions. What will happen means they will create a complete jump server on their network. Okay, then they will share the access to you from there. Okay, jump server means they create Linux machine on their network only. Okay, you can use your own there. Okay, so from there you need to do this whole process. There also you need to use ETH0 only. Okay, hit enter now. Now see, it's saying that sorry, here I need to type capital I. Now hit enter. Now I am starting this on my what in ETH0. Okay, in this interface. Now see what will happen means in real world, what will you guys will see a lot of NTLM v2 hashes here. Now how you can able to say means you no need to steal anything, you no need to send any payload, something like that. Simple. Now see, assume that any client, okay, in that network try to access some like printer mostly. Okay, like these guys access the printers at the time. What will happen means see, let me access printer. Okay, how we can able to access it? Simple, we're gonna provide the backward slashes and we're gonna mention the IP of that printer, right? Let me add some random IP. Okay, something like 100, something like this. Okay, now see, let's go back to our Kali machine. See, there is interaction is going there. Okay, user one is typing something. Okay, once I hit enter here, now see what will happen. Now you guys will see a pop-up there. Let me click on run command. It's little bit slow. Okay, I didn't provide it that much RAM here. Sorry, let me type it again. 112.143 something IP address. Now here is trying to access my Kali machine, this Windows machine. Okay, if you go back now, let me access some other one instead of this. Let me access one here. Let me close this one. We did that previously, right? Then at that time only we got the hash value here. Okay, here is our NTLM v2. This is the NTLM v2, which once you get the hash, you need to crack it using hashcat, John the Ripper, right? Basically, we are in that network. If somebody search something, okay, some machines here, then simple, you will get the hash value of that user. That's it. Even if the user type the username, password, it doesn't matter. Simple, they need to search the machine. Okay, then you will get the hash, which is NTLM v2. Again, I am saying it's an NTLM v2. You can't perform pass the hash attack using NTLM v2. Okay, you can able to perform pass the hash attack by using what? NTLM. Okay, in the next class we're gonna learn how we can able to capture the NTLM hashes as well. But hope you guys enjoyed this class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Guys, hope you're fine. In this class we are learning how we can able to perform SMB relay attack. We are using responder here. See, by taking advantage of this SMB relay, you can do a lot of stuff. You can able to dump the NTLM hashes from this from this machine as well. From this local machine, you can able to dump the hashes. Okay, so first of all, let me show you how we can able to look for this this vulnerability. Okay, so simple, just perform the nmap scanning on it, on the target IP address, right? Let me perform nmap scanning on this client IP first. See, once I type my client IP, what is my client IP here? Just if I open CMD, just disable firewall first, because it will show you filter. You can also bypass it by just by just typing what we say. Just wait. Let me log in as a local user here instead of domain user. Okay. Right. So this is a normal user, local user in a simple words. If I type here ipconfig, now you guys can able to see the IP is 144. Yeah. So what is the server IP? Server IP is I think 143. Just let me say it there. You no need to worry about this thing, but yeah, it's 143. See, in client machine, once I perform the scanning on this client machine, here I got that SMB signing enable but not required. Here we use the SMB2 security mode. SMB2 is a version 2. Okay, SMB version 2 security mode we are checking. In the last courses we covered about how we can able to perform the SMB this reconnaissance on SMB. Okay, how we can able to know about these things, share folders, this all stuff. So you can also use those scripts which we use there, right? Now see, here we are looking for 445 port, which is a default port of SMB and the target IP address, and mention here we avoided the ping scan. Now see, here you need to focus on this message signing enabled but not required. Once you see not required, that means it's vulnerable with SMB relay attack. Okay, remember this point, this is very necessary. If you see not required in message, that means it's vulnerable. Now if I try to scan a domain controller machine, which is 143, see, it's saying SMB signing enabled but required. That means it's not vulnerable with SMB relay. Okay, only connected machines are vulnerable with SMB relay attacks. Remember this point. Now how we can able to run this? Just run a responder here. See, I'm just showing you the basic attack of SMB relay. There are a lot of techniques. You can also get a direct shell using this SMB relay on target machine, right? Just type here ETS0, hit enter now. Sorry, you need to run it as a sudo. Same here, it started. Now see, SMB server is on, right? Now let's go back to our client machine. If I try to access anything here, just let me try to access any IP 192.168.1.1. It doesn't matter, okay? Might be any IP. If I try to access it, if I go here, directly I got the access, the what we say, the credentials of client machine, right? Say I got the credentials of what? Client machine. Here I log in as a what? Yeah, I log in as a client here, so that's why I got the credentials of client. Let me log in as a user, this user one, which is a domain controller user. Okay, let me try to access the IP. Now let's go back here. See, here I got the credentials of user. How excellent it is, right? If that user is trying to access anything, then you can able to extract that hash there. Okay, this is an NTLM v2 hash, right? Now in this class we are learning how we can able to capture NTLM hashes using this SMB relay attack. See, basically for this, if you want to capture the NTLM hashes, then you need two machines here. For in our lab here, we have only client one client machine, but it's required 2 machines. Okay, so just do the same process, just add one another machine here and do the process. Okay, what you need to do means here we're gonna use NTLM relay X is there, which is a impacted tool. Just first of all, let me stop it. Now you need to do some changes here. What are those changes means? First of all, just navigate to this location, cd etc responder, and then just type here sudo. Just first of all, there is a configuration file here which you need to edit. Just type here sudo nano responder.configuration file. Now off this one, this SMB is there, right? Off it, and also HTTP as well. Just off. Control X, Y, hit enter. Now you successfully off this SMB and HTTP. Now what you need to do means you need to boot another machine and do the same process which we did on the client machine and connect with your AD server. Once you connect with that AD server, what you need to do means you need to create one text file. Okay, just create one document file and just let me type here ips.txt and add those all IPs there which have SMB enable. The sign in enable is there, right? It's not required, sorry. Those things you need to add there, those IPs. Just add IP, the list of IP. In our case we have this one, right? Let me add this and paste it here. You also need to add one another IP, something like 122. In your case it might be anything. Just save it. Once you save it, now what you need to do is, see, there is no rocket science. Okay, it's one of the easiest attack. You will automatically see the results here. Okay, you no need to worry about the stuff. Simple, you need 2 missions, that's it, and just follow the exact technique here. See, just type here cd and first of all you need to start your responder. Okay, just type eth0 and start your responder. Now if you focus, if you see here in server, SMB is off, okay, and HTTP is also off, because this process done by our impacket scripts. Okay, let me show you those scripts as well. See, there is a one, just type here impacket. See, there is a lot of scripts. Okay, by using the scripts you can able to perform almost 90 to 80% of this AD pen testing. You know that because it can able to dump almost like everything. Okay, we cover mostly, okay, the things, the scripts which are necessary in red teaming and in pen testing. We cover those all stuffs in our red team training. If you are interested, then check out that one as well. Now see, here we are using NTLM relay X. Okay, now what you need to do is instead you need to add a file. Okay, the IPs which you have. Okay, just add that. Just drag and drop the IPs here and hit enter. What happened? Sorry, target list. Yeah, sorry, here there is some changes. Sorry, it's a TF. Yeah, hit enter now. Now see, it started, right? Now you just need to go here in your if simple. See, this process is not depends upon you. Okay, this is a lab, so that's why we are doing manually. But in real world, the victims will do that one. Okay, in client environment, they access it. Okay, you will see a bunch of results there. Okay, right now we are only saying 1-2 hashes, but there you'll see a lot. So simple, if they try to access the printer IP or something like that, like this, Now what will happen means it's gonna capture those results. Okay, here you will see the NTLM hashes. First of all, it's gonna perform the authentication and it's gonna show you the results. Okay, here you won't see any results. Here you guys will see it. Okay, the NTLM hashes. By using those hashes, you guys can able to uh, pass the hash attacks, this all stuffs. Again, the process depend upon the another machine. It's here we can't do this one because we have the single machine. For this attack, it required two machines, right? Okay. Hello guys, hope you're fine. In this class, we are learning how we can able to perform NTLM v2 cracking, how we can able to crack this hashes. Okay, so as I told you in the last classes as well, cracking will take a huge time and it's depend upon the words. Sometimes it's impossible to crack the hash. Okay, so but as a beginner, what you need to do is you need to learn how we can able to crack it. Basically, this whole lab is a basic. Okay, like we're gonna start from basic, we're gonna do some lateral movement here, and we're gonna learn pass the hash attack. Okay, so it's all, again, it's all about research and it's all about the machines, how they configure. Now first of all, let's start this, what we say, responder. Let me stop it. Let me modify this configuration file. In the last classes we disabled this SMB, right? Sorry guys, hit enter. Now start it. Now start this responder. Let me navigate to my client machine. Now here, basically once you get the hash, you need to crack it. Once you crack that hash, what you need to do is you need to log in using PsExec. Okay, after logging it, you need to perform the privilege escalation attack there. Okay, because you guys can able to become administrator there. From there you need to dump the hashes. This is the methodology here. Okay, so here what we gonna do, right now I'm a user one. Okay, let's log in as a let's go with the user. Just add normal IP here, any IP. Once I hit enter, you guys will see no need to do this much because in the last classes we captured the hashes, right? The user one hash. So how we can able to see those? So simple, just type here ls. Just type ls dash l. Okay, let's go back. Just let me go back again. Let me clear this all. Just type here cd / user / share responder. Is a responder? Yeah. Hit enter. ls. Here you will see logs. Okay, in logs you guys will see the results which you got. Just type here logs. Just type ls. Where is the logs here? You guys will see session poisoner config smb, this one. Just type here nano smb. Now here we have the logs, right? So basically we need to focus on what we say, user one. Okay, just let me copy this hash. Let me create a document here, NTLM v2.txt. Just paste your hash there and save it. Just remove the last one, save it. Okay, after saving it, what you need to do, you need to use John the Ripper and you can crack it. How we can able to crack? Let me create a word list here instead of using Rocky or something like that. Let me use some random passwords. Just let me save it. Just open terminal here and just type here John. Now we need to mention the format here. Format is equal net NTLM v2. Okay, then mention the word list. Just type here dash word list is equal your word list. Okay, like this. We didn't mention the extension there, no problem. Then what you need to do is you need to mention your hash file, this one. Hit enter. Now see what happened here. Session completed. Now if I try to see this thing, just type here John dash show and your word list name, your hash. So it didn't crack. Why? Let me rename it to .txt. Okay, what if I remove this one? Format. Mostly it will work. I just use a normal word list here. I don't know why it's not working. You know the password here, but this is a way to crack this one. Okay, you need to mention this. Sometimes it won't detect. Okay, so we know the password here. Password is 1@. Okay, so that's why I said it. The cracking process will take a huge time. So that's why you need to start different attacks there instead of focusing on this. Now what we need to do, now we need to log in using this credentials. Okay, now assume that you successfully cracked the user the password. Okay, the username is user1 and the password is password 1@. Okay, now you can able to log in using this credentials. How? Simple. There is a PsExec is there, and also you can use Impact as well. Okay, but let's go with Metasploit because mostly you guys know about Metasploit, right? Let's go with it. Now here we have Metasploit. Now search for PsExec. Now here we have see, you can also perform SMB relay attack using this Metasploit as well. Let's use, you can use any, you can go with any of this. We go with, I just need to log in. Okay, that's it. Yeah, let's go with this. Okay, now just type here show payloads. Now we're gonna use user interpreter reverse TCP. Let me use this one. Set payload, just paste this, right? Then just type here show options. In show options, what you need to do is you need to set our host here. Okay, just type here set our host, your target IP address, your client IP, you need to mention there. Just type here 192.168.133.144, I think. Yeah, let me say it again. Yeah, 144. Now port is by default 445 and there is a SMB domain. Okay, now what you need to do, just type here set SMB domain. If you don't know domain, leave it. Okay, just I know that it's a PsExec.ad. Right, now I have the SMB user as well. Set SMB user. Let me, what is the user here? User is 1. And set SMB pass. What is a pass here? Is this. Now let me exploit it. Sorry, here I just typed the wrong IP. It's a 112. Click exploit. Now see, it's successfully authenticating it. Authenticating to this IP using this domain. You can also type whitesec instead of typing .ad. Okay, you no need to worry. Why? Simple. Here only you guys can able to see the domain details. See, service started timeout. Okay, if your command or not service executed. Again, I just executed the command and here we got the access. Okay, now you need to perform privilege escalation. This guy is not a just if I type who am I, sorry, sysinfo. Here you can able to see that it's x64 and domain and this. To type here, first of all you need to interact using shell, just as the command interface here. Now type this thing, who am I, then you will see that anti-authority system. But remember, again just execute it and look in groups. Okay, who am I / groups. Now you guys can able to see here. Now let me show you, just go back here, client, here it is. Just open edit local groups and users. Now go to administrator. In administrators, you guys can able to see user 1 is local admin in this machine. So that's why once I executed this command, I can able to see that it comes under administrator. In a simple words, if you want to identify you are an administrator in that machine or not, then simple, focus on this output. Okay, if there is administrators, if you're once you execute it and in output you will see administrators, then you are a local admin or admin on that machine. Okay, you're not admin. Basically we refer as a local administrator because real admin name will be administrator. Okay, now see, let me exit from here. Now if you want to dump hashes, just type here hash dump, then you guys can able to dump this hashes. Basically these are the NTLM hashes. Okay, let me copy this hashes here. Now also remember one thing, this hashes, okay, or those hashes which you see here. If I go back to my client machine, in client you guys can able to see in here basically local user credentials. Okay, like administrator client is there, this hashes are, it's not a active directory user hashes. Okay, say local user hashes. Okay, local, that client machine hashes. And also instead of this, let me show you another way by using impacket. Okay, just type here impacket PsExec. Now here you need to you can use this one as well. Just add here something like our domain, which is whitesec. Okay, and / and here user 1, then mention your IP address, your target IP. So here it is, man. Okay, 192.168.112. Sorry, 144, I think. Just let me say it. 141. Okay, this one, 144. 144. Hit enter now. Now it will ask for the password. Just type the password. Password 1 @. Now see here it's saying attempted login is invalid. Let's use / here. Yeah, sorry, I need to use /. Yeah, see, I successfully log in using PsExec as well, using Impacket. So if I type here if config, see basically, sorry, IP config, right? Basically, these are the beginner level steps, okay? So here, if you use again, I'm saying if you are using PsExec in real world, then you can use in labs this all steps, but in real world it won't work, okay? At that time you need to go with different approach there. Evil WinRM is there, okay? So by using this you can able to interact, but if you use PsExec means it will detect, okay? Now Windows, this Defender is basically, let me tell you about PsExec. It's a binary, okay? In old machines you will see PsExec there, okay? It's not like a third party or something like that. Already in Windows machine you guys will see PsExec. Now they removed it, not now, like from many years, okay? It's not there due to this issues, okay? The attacker taking advantage of this one and connecting with that machine and doing this kind of shifts. So that's why they removed this one. Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. In this class we are learning how we can able to perform pass the hash attack. See basically in pass the hash attack, what we're gonna do means we're gonna log in using this hashes. In the last classes we got this hashes from Metasploit, right? From this PsExec, we use hash dump here and we dump this hashes, right? So how we can able to log in using this hashes? I just told you this pass the hash attack depends on anti-LM. Okay, not with anti-LM v2. See, this is an anti-LM v2. This is an anti-LM, right? So by using anti-LM, we can able to log in using we can able to log in only using hash. Okay, we no need to crack any password here. As I told you, to crack any hash, it will take a huge time. Okay, so that's why this attack is very necessary to learn, right? How we can able to do it. The simple thing is by using Impacket. In Impacket, you can also use Evil WinRM as well, but here let's use Impacket. Okay, now same like this, just add it. Now instead of giving something, just add hashes here. Okay, that's it. Once you add hashes, now in which user on which you want to log in, okay, on by as a which user. Now let me go with administrator here. Let me copy it. Now instead of logging using a Active Directory user, let me log in as a client, as administrator. Okay, like this. Then mention the hash there. From here to till A. No need to mention this, what we say, colons. Simple paste it, hit enter. Now see, I successfully log in. I didn't crack any hash, nothing. Simple, by using the exact anti-LM hash, I successfully log in the system. So this is the advantage of this anti-LM. Hope you guys get it. Why anti-LM is very necessary, right? So hope you guys get it, how we can able to perform this attacks. Now remember, this all are basics, okay? Soon we're gonna add some more lectures related to this Active Directory time to time. Hello guys, hope you're fine. If you want to learn more, then check out our Red Team training. It's a complete dynamic training, okay? We're gonna update this training time to time. And also it's a pre-recorded training. Once you enroll in this training, you will get a panel access. From there you can able to access the whole training, okay? And also it's a hands-on practical training. You will get labs as well. And also here you're gonna learn both penetration testing and red teaming. If you don't have any knowledge about penetration testing, then you're gonna learn here. Okay, we're gonna cover from basic to advanced level. Okay, see here, roadmap to become successful red teamer. We're gonna cover this all stuffs. Okay, here first of all you will learn penetration testing training. It's a basic training. Okay, first student need to learn penetration testing, because penetration testing is backbone of red teaming. Okay, in penetration testing training, student will learn common attacks on some CTF challenges like black box pen testing, white box pen testing, gray box pen testing, Okay, then we're gonna cover Wi-Fi penetration testing for red teamers. See, in this training, student will learn how to perform Wi-Fi penetration testing using different hardwares such as Raspberry Pi, Wi-Fi Pineapple, Android device, and Node MCU. Okay, Wi-Fi penetration testing is one section in MITRE ATT&CK. Okay, which comes under initial access. Wi-Fi penetration testing is very important in terms of initial access. Let me tell you, this is a kind of section. Okay, one topic in initial access. And also here we covered how we can able to use Wi-Fi Pineapple for Wi-Fi hacking. Okay, because Wi-Fi Pineapple play a very important role. So that's why we covered this all stuffs which are necessary for red teamer and pentester. And then we're gonna go with red team training introduction to tools and MITRE ATT&CK. Here you're gonna learn each and everything about those tools which are necessary for red teaming. Okay, then we will move to Active Directory pen testing for red teaming, for red teamers. Okay, here you will learn only those topics which are necessary for red teamer, not everything about Active Directory. Okay, hope you are getting it. Okay, see, in this training, student will learn how to perform Windows Active Directory pen testing for intruder to get to what they ultimately want. Your data, they need a plan in, they need credentials. The Active Directory stores all the credentials. Okay, we will learn practically how intruders compromise AD, Active Directory. Okay, then we will move to penetration testing using Metasploit. It's a complete section, okay, where you will learn how you can able to perform penetration testing using Metasploit, only Metasploit. Okay, we are not using any other tool here. Simple, we're gonna use only Metasploit to perform pen testing. Okay, then we will move to external and internal red team operation training. Okay, in this training, student will learn how to perform internal and external red team operations. Okay, student will get a complete idea of red team operation, like how to perform in real world. Right, then we're gonna go to complete hands-on real world red teaming and pen testing. Now this is a different section. In this training, student will learn how to perform red teaming and penetration testing on real world. It's a complete hands-on practical section with a lot of challenges. After completing this section, student will get complete knowledge on how to approach in real world. Okay, from which things you need to look. Okay, how we can able to perform this stuffs. Okay, in real world. Then we will move to blue team training. Still we are updating it, because why we are delaying this blue teaming means, here we are, see, we didn't add it previously. Okay, I'm talking about like 1 year back or something like that. At that time we didn't uploaded a complete penetration testing. Okay, we just only updated that much only, which is necessary for a beginner. But right now what we did means, in latest updates, we added a complete penetration testing. Okay, see here, first of all, this is a basic classes, okay, where you guys can able to solve some CTF challenges, try hack me labs, this kind of basic stuffs. Here you can able to see the topics. Okay, here we have a complete topics. You will learn how to, if you don't know how to install Linux, then we have the complete video for it, and set up VMware workstation. Then we're gonna learn about Metasploit framework, and if you don't have a knowledge about Linux commands, then we're gonna cover those. Here we're gonna cover all the basic things. Then what we did means, we added another section, penetration testing for red teamers version 2. Here we covered some more advanced level attacks, okay, which you will see in real world. Then here are the topics. Okay, here we're gonna cover how we can able to perform black box pen testing. Okay, even if you don't have any credentials, how to approach those network. Okay, if you don't have any knowledge, black box is what? Black box is nothing, but you won't get any credentials there. You don't have any knowledge about this, what is the technology is using in that machine or something like that. Basically, we need to go from a blind attack there. We need to perform the scanning. We need to see those things which are exposed. We need to take advantage of those exposed stuffs. Okay, if there is any vulnerability, then we need to do the research. Then we need to exploit it. So this kind of stuff. Okay, mostly we focused here related to black box pen test. Okay, how we can able to perform initial access via SQL injection. This is one of the popular attacks. Okay, related to SQL injection mostly. Okay, whenever we perform any assessment, at that time this SQL injections, okay, play a main role there. Like in 100 IPs, maybe 1 to 2 IPs will be vulnerable with this SQL injection. Okay, this is a thing which we covered. Okay, now Jenkins also, this is a one of the kind of critical attack. Okay, then we covered penetration testing for red teamers. Now these are the latest updates, okay, which we added recently. Now here what happened means mostly students are asking for topics related to OSCP, okay, like offensive security. So they like, see, these topics play a very important role in real world. If you won't learn these things, then you can't approach in real world. You will get stuck. Okay, in simple words, you can't approach in real world. You will get a knowledge, but you don't know how to assume that if somebody sended you one IP, okay, your client just sended you one IP address, okay, to perform the pen test on it, then how you can able to do it? So those things, okay, how to approach in real world, those all stuffs we covered here. Okay, from starting. Okay, even this is a kind of old topics. Okay, like 1 year back we updated this training. Okay, we added this training, but right now in latest sections, but again I am saying you can't ignore this one, this topics. Okay, even this are old, this section, but you need to start from here. If any student don't want to start from here, then they can directly go from here only. Okay, because this is also from a basic level. Okay, see, I'm not hiding anything. Simple, I want to show you those things which you will learn. Okay, because our aim is once student enroll in this training, they can become a successful pen tester and red teamer. Okay, if they got any IP, or any domain, then they can able to approach it. Okay, and they can able to find the loopholes in it. So this is the main aim of this training, to how to approach in real world. Okay, now see, in penetration testing for red teamer version 3, you will learn about this all stuffs. Okay, here we have the topics. Okay, you can able to you can read it, right? Then what happened is, then we covered a complete section about only Linux privilege escalation. Okay, how we can able to perform privilege escalation on Linux based machines. Here you will learn how we can able to make that system vulnerable and how we can able to test it. Not only exploiting the vulnerability, but you will learn how the service will become vulnerable for that attacks. Okay, here you will learn this all stuffs, and also you will get a lab as well. You need to download that lab and you need to set up it. Okay, it's a private lab from PsExec cybersecurity. Now then you will learn complete Windows privilege escalation for red teamers. Okay, see, here we are not performing the attacks on lab environment. We're gonna download the machine from internet, the latest machines. Okay, like not a vulnerable machine, a normal machine which people use. Okay, then we're gonna approach the attacks on it, on that real machines. Now here you guys can able to see these topics in Windows privilege escalation. After completing this one, we're gonna go to we're gonna cover complete web penetration testing for red teamers. So here are the topics. Remember, web penetration testing comes under initial access. Okay, what is initial access? You will see in this section. Now see, after covering this all topics, you guys will become a successful penetration tester. Okay, so this is the main aim of this updates, to make you a successful pen tester and red teamer as well. Right, after completing this penetration testing, we're gonna go to this one, red team. From here we're gonna start our red team training. In red teaming, what in first section what you will learn means, you will learn about the tools, how we can able to use the tools. I just told you in the last classes as well, tools play a very important role. Okay, it's not about tools, okay, but learning about tools is very necessary. Okay, remember this point. Now see, here in reconnaissance section, you're gonna learn about AMAS, Sniper, Recon NG, Multigo, Nikto, Shodan, Spider. Then we're gonna go with resource development. In resource development, we're gonna set up lab, okay, and we're gonna generate some payload, and we're gonna listen for connections. Then we're gonna go to initial access. In initial access, you will learn about Lucky Strike, Go Fish, okay, SQL map, Wi-Fi pineapple. You will learn about MITM attacks as well. Then we're gonna move to execution part. In execution, you will learn about Unicorn, okay, then Donut. Then we're gonna move to persistence. In persistence, you will learn how we can able to perform persistence using different techniques, okay, like by using Impacket, and Empire. Basically, Empire is a C2 framework, okay, same like Metasploit. Then we're gonna cover privilege escalation, how we can able to perform privilege escalation using Rubius, SharpUp, okay. Now Rubius play a very important role in red teaming, okay. And then we're gonna go with defense evasion, credentials access. In credential access, you're gonna learn mimicards, hashcat, responder. Like here, we're gonna learn each and everything about those tools, okay, which are necessary for red teaming. Mimicards, hashcat, responder, John the Ripper, Hydra, Lasagna. Okay, then we're gonna move to lateral movement. In lateral movement, you guys can able to perform how we can able to perform the hash and pass the ticket attack. Sorry, pass the hash and pass the ticket attack. And we're gonna learn how we can able to perform lateral movement in network. Okay, then we're gonna go with collection. Like in collection, what you guys can able to learn means how we can able to dump the secret files. Okay, so we're gonna use PowerSploit there. Okay, power of SQL as well. Okay, then we're gonna cover about commands and control. In commands and control, you guys can, it's a C2 framework. Okay, it's a topic related to C2. Here we're gonna learn about Covenant. Okay, how we can able to install it. Those all which are those all C2s which are necessary in red teaming. Then exfiltration, then impact. In impact, we're gonna see the popular attack, okay, DOS and DDoS, how we can able to detect and prevent it. Okay, we're gonna learn those things. And also now, after learning this all tools, we're gonna move to Active Directory pen testing for red teamers. Learn those attacks which are necessary for red teamer. Okay, it's a different section. Once you enroll in that in training, you guys will see a different sections there. In different section, you will see a videos. Okay, now see, first you will become a master in Active Directory pen testing. This all topics which we're gonna cover. Okay, then we will move to Metasploit for red teamers. In Metasploit training, you guys can able to see this all topics. Okay, what you will learn here, this all stuffs. Then we will move to red team analysis training, how to approach in real world. Here you will see all these topics. Okay, then like see, Kerberoasting attack is there, silver ticket attack, golden ticket attack, right? Then we will move to master in Active Directory. Okay, here you will learn only about Active Directory pen testing, only Active Directory. Okay, not other stuffs. Again, I am saying we are approaching only Active Directory. See, previously we covered only those topics which are necessary for red teamer. If you go back here we just cover only those which are necessary for red teamers. But here in this section, you're gonna learn a complete approach. Okay, complete training related to Active Directory pen testing, from introduction to like till here. Okay, golden ticket attack. Sorry, till here, diamond ticket attack. Okay, it's a complete Active Directory pen testing. Okay, still we are updating a lot of topics here. Time to time you will see a lot of new updates. Okay, then we will move to complete hands-on real world red teaming and penetration testing. This is a student demand training. Okay, here you will learn how we can able to deal in real world, like introduction to the update section, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, red team engagements, engagement structure. Okay, red team engagements, and also here it's a deep dive. Okay, and then you will learn this Windows penetration testing again as a red team perspective on different labs. Okay, and here you will learn about NDA documentation, which is very necessary for red teamer. Okay, if you are approaching any company to conduct the red team assessment there, then which things you need to focus on. Okay, how to deal with the client, this kind of stuff we're gonna cover here. And then these are the same topics. Okay, here we're gonna approach AD pen testing, black box approach, right? These are the topics which we are covering now. This is updates. Okay, still we are updating this one. We added till around cloud fundamentals, I think. Okay, still we need to update this all stuffs. See, remember, as I told you, it's all about the student demand. Okay, like if student is asking for, majority of students are asking about penetration testing, then we need to update the penetration testing. So that's why we added this topics. Okay, if you go up, if you watch our previous videos, then you won't see this sections. Okay, this sections. Okay, because students are asking for this mostly. What will happen means, student that doesn't have the knowledge of penetration testing. okay, a right knowledge. So that's why we also covered this topic, okay, like how to approach. Mostly, okay, people have knowledge about penetration testing, but they don't know how to approach it, okay, where they need to look, okay, which vulnerability exists. So that's why we covered these topics, okay. And also it's a demand from our students as well. So if you are interested, then contact our support team, chat with them, and to clarify your doubts, okay. Again, I am saying it's a complete dynamic training. Time to time we update the training, okay. All right, thank you, have a nice day. Hello everyone. If you want to learn Android hacking and Android application penetration testing, then this training is for you. It's a complete dynamic training, okay. Time to time we're gonna update this training with new topics, and it's a complete hands-on practical training. The training duration is almost 50 plus hours. The training language is in English. You will get it 24/7 support from me and from team as well. You will get a lifetime panel access. Once you enroll in this training, you will get a panel access which is lifetime, okay. There is no expiry. What are the requirements here? See, requirements is you need 6 to 8 GB of RAM. It's enough, okay. In your machine, in your PC or in your laptop, you have 6 to 8 GB, then it's enough, okay. Basic knowledge about Android. You need a basic knowledge about Android, like how to install the applications, this kind of stuffs. You must and should have an internet connection. Be able to understand the concept. Here the concept play a very important role, okay. So that's why you can able to understand the concept, okay. If you are just following the training, then you won't get anything, okay. Here you need to understand the concept. Why we are saying about this thing again and again? See, here you will see the topics related to binding and injecting. It's a kind of critical topics, okay. Like you need to focus a lot there in that sections, okay. So this is a thing. And also in bypassing antiviruses section, where you will learn a complete technique to bypass antiviruses. There also you need to understand the concept, okay. So even the technique is patched, it's not working, still you can able to develop your own, okay. By watching those sections, you guys can able to develop your own techniques as well. This is a thing why we mentioned this, to understand this requirement, okay. Be able to understand the concept, because we're gonna teach you those topics which can make you a kind of pro, okay. By watching those topics, you guys can able to develop your own concepts and own techniques, okay. Like you need to combine those all topics, okay. Like in a simple words, let me give you one example. Now see, we covered one technique. Later in another video, you will see another technique. Again, you will see another technique. You will see a different techniques. Now you must and should be like this, okay. Like you need to combine those both techniques to bypass AVs. Sometimes it can't able to bypass antiviruses. Again, you need to like combine the different techniques to bypass AV. Mostly, okay, like you guys can able to bypass AVs, okay. This is a thing. You guys will see a lot of proofs as well on our channel related to bypassing this AV. See, it's a kind of challenging techniques, okay, because Android is updating time to time. So that's why you need to understand the concept. This is a main thing in requirement. You can't follow the training, okay. Just watch it, then develop your own concept, okay. What we are saying, we added those topics as well, which can make you pro, okay. By watching those topics, you can develop your own concept, but also it's depend upon you as well. We can't hold your hands, right? We can't say each and everything, but we're gonna teach you each and everything which can able to do this kind of stuffs, okay. All right. Advanced Android hacking highlights. Here you're gonna learn advanced Android hacking, black hat techniques, okay. In this section, we are learning about rats, botnets, modifying source code of payloads, okay, binding and injecting payload in real application, bypassing antiviruses, bypassing Google Play Protect, and creating virus to steal SMS, developing ransomware to encrypt Android device, okay, and adding backup to our payload which avoid uninstall, okay. Assume that you just install your payload in your target, okay, in any Android, and he got that, okay, somebody hacked my device, and he just click on uninstall button. Once you add the backer in it, then he can't able to uninstall that one. It will become like a virus, okay. Like even if you try to uninstall it again, it's gonna reinstall, okay. This is the thing. Now, and also we're gonna learn developing our own spyware and keyloggers, attacking 2G towers to steal SMS on air, and many more. Now here we added one section related to how we can able to steal SMS 2G on 2G mobiles, okay, without touching that Android, okay. We're gonna play with the towers there. See, everything which we covered in this whole training on our own labs, okay. We didn't attack the different devices or something like that, real machines or something like that. Okay, we practice the whole sections on our own devices, okay. So here we mention clearly, okay, any actions and activities related to the material contained within this course is solely for your responsibility. The misuse of the information in this course can result in criminal charges brought against the person in questions. The author and course tutorials will not be held responsible in the event any criminal charges be brought against any individual misusing the information in this course to break the law. The main aim of this course is to provide a right knowledge about Android hacking. Okay. So this is a reason why we created this training. Okay. And also here, see, here you will learn how hackers steal banking credentials. Okay. In this section, we are learning how to code scam pages. Okay, student will learn how to code their own scam pages, which black hat hackers use to steal credit cards and banking details. Now, why this thing is important? Why any ethical hacker need to learn about this thing? See, here, once you install the payload on your target, there are stealer features out there. If attacker execute that stealer feature on their panel, the victim will see the fake pop-ups there. Okay, like they will see the pop-up something like enter your card information automatically. They can't able to close it as well. Okay, now assume that I am an attacker. Okay, you are a victim. Now what I did, I hacked your Android mobile. Now I want to steal your credit card information. Now as an attacker, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna execute a stealer feature there. Once I execute from my panel on your Android, you will see a complete page, okay, which you can't able to remove. If you go back, still you can't able to go back. If you click on the home button, still you can't able to go to home until unless you need to type your credentials. Okay, if you type your credentials, then you can able to use your mobile phone. This is a feature there. Okay, so that's why we need to cover this topic, so to show you how these things are happening. Okay, see, you will get all private and clean official software with this training. Still, you need to use those softwares on your virtual machine or on VPS or RDP. Don't execute any software on your real machine. This is a kind of notice for you. Okay, this is a kind of warning. Even it's a clean, it's official softwares, still you can't use it. Okay, in your real machine. This is a kind of security. Okay, for you, because we can't trust hacking tools. Okay, this is also one thing. Right. Okay, so that's why we covered how to set up lab. Okay, you need to watch that one. Don't ignore it. Then we're gonna learn about the security as well. How to end-to-end security for Androids. Okay, how we can able to uninstall any type of viruses. Even it's a backup. There are some techniques. Okay, by using those techniques, we can also remove those viruses which can't uninstall, which we can't uninstall. Okay, so this is a thing. Now here we're gonna learn how to provide rats and botnet services. See, in this section you will learn how to provide monthly, yearly based subscription to your clients. Okay, we will share clean source code of a rat, and we will teach you how to set up a server to manage subscriptions as well. Okay, here we covered some examples as well, how the people are providing the rats and botnet services. It's for legal purpose only. Okay, for parental control, this kind of stuff. Okay, then analyzing rats and payloads. Now we're gonna learn reverse engineering. See, in this section you will learn how to extract source code of rat and how to analyze APK payloads. Okay, doing reverse engineering and unpacking rats. We're gonna take one rat and we're gonna unpack it and we're gonna analyze those rats. Okay, then we're gonna learn Android application penetration testing. So here you will learn, in this section, student will learn how to perform penetration testing on lab environment, like finding a bugs on an Android application. Now this is also play a very important role for Android hacker. Okay, so here these are the topics which we are going to cover. Okay, see, this is just a topic. So in every section you will see 10 to 5 videos. Okay, just watch the demo video of this training. Okay, we added the demo video in this in description. Just watch it. Okay, then you will see what we are going to cover. See, we can't mention each and everything on this page, okay, there are some topics which we can't mention, okay, there are some keywords are there which website won't allow. And also we didn't mention the updates here, okay. Time to time we update the rats, botnets in this training, so student can able to learn the different techniques, right? So we can't able to mention here, we can't mention the rat names or something like that. So that's why you need to watch the demo video there. In demo video you will see each and everything what we are going to cover, but this is just a highlights, okay. So here you guys can able to see the topics which you will learn. Then here we have the how we can able to code scam page, okay. Then here we're gonna cover how we can able to use banking botnets. See here we are using the different banking botnets to hack Android. Still we added a lot of banking botnets, okay, which are very popular. Then here you will learn how you can able to perform monthly and yearly subscriptions of rats and botnets. Then here you will see how we can able to perform end-to-end security operations on Android. Then section of analyzing rats and payload. This is a reverse engineering section. Here we cracked the real rats, okay, and analyze the rats there. Now here we are learning about Android application penetration testing training. This is a Android application penetration. Here you will learn about Android, about the app permissions, this all stuffs. You will learn how we can able to use JDX, JD, GUI, APK tool, Android Studio, Byteweaver. Okay, basically these are the tools which are useful in Android analysis, Android application analysis. And here we have a lot of topics which we covered. You can able to read it. And then this is the latest section which we are going to cover, related to Android application reverse engineering and pen testing using AI. Right now AI is on peak, right? So how we can able to use AI to perform reverse engineering and pen testing. So these are the topics which we are going to cover in our training, okay. So you can also read it. See here you will see build secure hard to reverse Android apps, secure development practice, okay, NP string fork and string obfuscation, decrypting common strings. In sometimes what will happen, the APK will be encrypted, okay. Once you encrypt the APK, you will learn how to encrypt the APKs as well in this training, okay. It's a complete section. By encrypting APK you guys can able to bypass the AVs. There are different techniques, as I told you in starting as well. We're gonna teach you all the topics, okay, which are necessary, which will make you pro in it, okay. But it's depend upon you how to use it, okay. So this is a thing. So that's why be able to understand the concept is very necessary. Right, okay. So these are the topics, okay. Just try to read it, okay. And here you will get tools as well, okay. With this training you will get all those softwares which are paid, okay, which are paid. You will get it for free, okay, because in this training we use those all softwares, okay. Those are rats, this all stuff. So you will get all those things. So it's all about Android hacking, penetration testing and reverse engineering, okay. If you want to learn, then check out our this training, contact our support team. If you want to enroll it, then you can click on this button. It's gonna redirect to our WhatsApp support, chat with them, okay. We accept PayPal, payment through PayPal, Bitcoin, crypto, right? So again I am saying it's all about knowledge, okay. The intentions are only provide how the attacker approach, right? So hope you guys get it. Remember, our trainings are dynamic, okay. We update our training time to time. It's not like only those, okay, which we provided here, okay. Like we update it, we update new topics time to time. So hope you guys enjoy this classes. Thank you, have a nice day.